What can I say, eh? Well, Jeremy Hunt, the benevolent champion of the people, is facing difficult decisions. Well, that's what he tells us. Head of his autumn statement. How heartwarming. Because nothing says compassion like cutting benefits and inheritance tax at the same time. Although that one could be delayed. I mean, who needs free prescriptions? Well, you can't get free prescriptions anyway for, asthma in the UK. Well, what about discounted bus travel? Don't need that, do you? No! Especially for those pesky unemployed people who aren't actively looking for work. Oh! Lazy layabouts that they are, according to Jeremy Hunt. Well, I know. Got an idea. I'll pass it on to Jeremy Hunt. Let's punish all of them. With the prescription price tag. And a full bus fare. Why not, eh? After all, it's their fault for not magically finding a job within 6 months and being disabled. Well, let's not forget the brilliant idea of making disabled people search for work that they can do from the comfort of their own home. Genius. You obviously don't understand, not all disabilities are the same. But anyway, clearly, people with disabilities are just lazy bums looking for a free ride on the benefit train. I better tell my son that. Well, but fear not, dear citizens, for Jeremy Hunt is here to save the day. To tell us that there's no easy way to reduce the tax burden. Oh, the struggle. And we must all endure the pain of these difficult decisions that he has to make. Oh, well, to reform the welfare state. He's got to get the money from somewhere. Get it from the poor. That's how you do it. If you're a Tory, that is. Because who needs welfare? And who needs a welfare state? Who needs housing when you've got tents? Oh, no, we'll take them away. Well, why should we care for the citizens anyway? As long as we're feathering our own nest. I'm alright, Jack. You know how it goes. But fear not, dear citizens, for Jeremy Hunt is here to tell us that there's no easy way to reduce the tax burden. Oh, the struggle that he has to make personally. But we will all endure the pain on his behalf of these, difficult decisions to reform the welfare state. Because who needs a welfare state who actually cares for its citizens? And in the spirit of his vast generosity, Hunt might sprinkle some tax cuts on the wealthy. Because nothing says fair and just like a stealth raid on 36 million workers while giving a little gift to the 4% who pays inheritance tax. Well, we should all wait, though. Because there's more. Hunt assures us that they won't compromise. Oh, get down. What's happened? Something's happening. Oh, chat. Oh, cookies. The ticker on Parliament TV should read for entertainment purposes only by what the speaker said on GB News. What do you all think? Waste Monster is not fit for purpose. Scotland needs to go. Yeah, that's what we need to do. Get rid of Scotland. That's what we've got to do. Yeah, give us independence. We'll get into that in a minute. Well, so we all eagerly await, we do, his autumn statement. Excited? You got your popcorn ready? Maybe. You ready to applaud Jeremy Hunt for his unparalleled wisdom and compassion? That's what he'll tell us. In making difficult decisions, he'd also tell us that. I undoubtedly prioritised the well-being of many over the prosperity of the few. Oh, the sarcasm. It's just dripping with sincerity. Jeremy Hunt. Yeah, cunt. Well, the chat. Who we got here today? Oh, let's have a look. Who we got? Oh, I do apologise. My little rant. Oh, dear me. I just don't understand how these people think they get away with it. It's like daylight robbery, as it is. So, I've got 41 people there. Oh, that's cool. Well, what an absolute mess we're in. Jeremy Hunt thought it was a very good idea to tell us all that the UK is doing really well and its manufacturing has overtaken France and Germany, what have you, but he fails to tell us that those industries are having to pay a downside more to get to that point. Profit margins are down. Yes, turnover's up, but product is actually down. Now he's making comparisons with France, what have you. Yeah, fair enough, do it. But France is paving the way for its battery, well, you know, for the electric vehicles industry. You wait. That one will turn. But why does it matter? Because it's got no profit. Right, the profit you can't invest? No, not particularly easily, no. Anyway, I was going in the chat, wasn't I? That's the wrong chat, I want that one. There we go. Please, may I have some more? Well, there you go. Good evening there to P. Dollars. And if you want to watch a short video hunt before Mark starts the stream, here's Led by Donkeys. Oh, crikey, might have to have a look at that in a moment. Let me just copy that. Copy that link. Okay. We might go into that one in a minute. Don't play, though. Don't play. Let's start to play. Oh, no, stop that. Anyway. Right. How long is that? It's 5 minutes. That's stupid. All right. So, hello, Wim. Hope you well. Everyone, evening, everyone. How is it possible that these people are still in power? You tell me, because I ain't got a flipping clue. People are easily duped. That's how we got Brexit. And the man who gave us Brexit, he's back again. How can that be? David Cameron, he's back on the scene. He's obviously got bored with his pig. Must be something like that, mustn't it? Crikey. Because we've got ourselves a new foreign secretary in the UK and, well, none other than David Cameron, yeah. He's the one who gave us a Brexit referendum. How well does that go, crikey, back in 2016? Remember the mess? Well, we're living it still. Not just today, but tomorrow as well. It ain't done yet. No. Yet those in the EU are not even talking about it. Ursula von der Leyen, she gave a right long speech, she did. Right long speech. Didn't mention the United Kingdom once. Not once. We're insignificant. That we are. Well now, David Cameron, there he is. He's strutting his flippin' stuffy in Brussels. Like he's about to drop something on the hottest mixtape of international relations or something like that. The man's a loon. Have I got him back? He's cheating on his pig. Behind me. Well, it's like I say. There was she was, Ursula von der Leyen. The big cheese in the EU. She chatting away she was about the State of the Union, what have you, and didn't mention the UK word. Not one single word about the United Kingdom and the future relationship. Even Rishi Sunak talked about it all. You know what? It's like becoming this awkward family member that no one wants to talk about over the Christmas turkey. No, because we are flippin' turkeys. Oh.
Let's get Brexit done.
Oh. Well, can't blame him though, can you? After old Alexander Boris to Pfeffel Johnson and fake Lord Frost throwing shade. Well, pretty much out the EU for flipping years. Can't explain, you can't, treating us like a distant cousin now. Who owes them money? But hold on to your teacups, because the plot thickens, it does, yeah. Enter David Cameron, the comeback kid. More like the Milky Bar kid. Some officials, they're buzzing about it, they are, with anticipation that, we've finally got a Europhile. Former PM. What can he bring to the EU, UK table? Could he help negotiate a more beneficial relationship for the United Kingdom? No, not after all his failed attempts back in 2016. What do we get? What? No VAT on Tampax? Something like that, anyway. No way he's going to be sweet-talking the EU anytime soon, is he? No. And now we've got round 2 of it, I suppose. It's a flippin' mess. Oh, I wish he stayed in his shed with his tools, so he's a tool. So, now Cameron's got his first gig in Brussels. It's just round the corner, it is, yeah. Where he'll be mingling with, NATO foreign ministers. They'll be moaning at him and saying, what the hell did you do? Announcing a referendum for Brexit. You flippin' idiot. You expect me to talk to you? It costs us an absolute fortune. So we shouldn't get too excited, I don't think, no. In improving any kind of trade deal. Besides, there isn't no, you get any tweaks available. Do you know what? Probably as likely as Alexander Boris the Pfeffel Johnson becoming a hairstylist. The top of the agenda, lads and lasses, is that 10% tariff. Can't forget about that, though. Because there's a lot of flipping money to add on to the price of a car. 10%! Well, it's going to hit us in January, apparently. And UK and Germany, actually, German car manufacturing industry, who was said to be, coming to a rescue back then, and they didn't. No. But they are lobbying now to try and actually soften the relationship regarding, or postponing for 3 years, this 10% tariff, the rules of origin. So yes, the UK and Germany have kind of been begging a little bit, really. But the EU's playing hardball on it. Terry Britain, for instance, says it's, the rules of origin's not just for the car industry. No. The EU's industry commissioner, like I say, is playing hardball. And it's like trying to, I think of an analogy now. Negotiate a discount at a flea market where everyone is digging their heels in. No one's budging on the price. No. It happens, And now we've got Keir Starmer. And he's got a wish list too. I got a lisp all of a sudden. Well, He's hoping that he's going to be able to reopen the deal, renegotiate the deal. There is no renegotiating the deal. They've made that quite clear. In 2025, cards are on the table. But not for changing the whole deck. No. So, he's hoping for the deal. But, removes the hassle of veterinary certificates, you know, the phytosanitary and what have you, on food imports into the EU. Sounds great. Help the farmers, wouldn't it? Big time. But no, ain't going to happen, because they're going to want to protect, especially France, is going to want to protect their own farmers in the EU. I live in France, by the way, so yeah. So, it's not going to happen, is it? I can't see it. Softened, yes, but as far as it's going to go. Don't get me started on the musicians. Wanting to, have their pre-Brexit touring freedoms and, their rights to be able to play and basically work and sell their merchandise without a whole load of flippin' ATA carnates to deal with, causing huge costing expenses and, cabotage. Such a shame, I think, for British artists and obviously artists abroad. You know, without the arts, we've got nothing. Nothing. Everything we do, art comes into it. Creativity comes into it. Whether you're designing a website or just writing something. It's all important. Well, they're not handing out free passes. No. Not at all. Quite a shame, I would say. So while there's a bit of hope in the air, because the architects and accountants, it looks like they might be able to practice in the EU again. They've been given a little bit of a lifeline, they have. Silver linings, maybe. People. Well, so while there is a bit of hope, let's not forget that the UK's reputation, it took a rather big hit during this Brexit drama. The vitriol that was flying about from right-wing media and the Tory party, the Brexit party, Nigel Farage and all them lot ilk, and the people who supported Brexit, individuals who in some cases are now sort of saying, hang on, I don't think that's such a good idea after all. They were still there chanting their Brexit. I just want my Brexit, they said. But no. Such a mess. And now the UK is out of the EU. And seems like Germany might be missing us a little bit, because I kind of like the fact that we were like good cop, bad cop. Not now. No. We are the thorn in the side still. Yeah, I think that's a little bit blunt now, that thorn. Or it's fallen out altogether. Since Ursula von der Leyen decided that she was not interested in the UK in her speech. A rather large speech, a long speech. She could have just said UK, that's 2 letters. Didn't say anything. Not a dicky bird. So that's where we are, guys and gals. That is. Well, Byline Times has just done a documentary on Brexit, and I've started watching it, and it's actually a really good watch. They've got some of our favourite people in, so I think I'll leave a link in the comments a bit later, and I think it's definitely worth a watch. If you haven't seen it, it's about an hour long, so if you haven't seen it already, it's very good. I've watched some of it, about half so far, halfway through, thereabouts. So anyway, get back on the old chat. Oh, my little rant about from David Cameron. What a plonker he is. Oh my god, I've got super chats. Oh, I like super chats. Keep me going. Help me feed the dogs. Get their medications and stuff like that. Now, you might notice I haven't actually been uploading many, I'll go into chat in a minute. Uploaded many videos this week. The last one I uploaded was Wednesday. And normally I do 2 a day, don't I? But I'm only going to do 1 a day at the most. Because I've got to spread myself, basically. There's not many to spread, but yeah, I've got to spread myself. Because I've got my other channel, my woodworking channel, which is literally just gone ballistic. 5 million views in 3 weeks. How is that possible? 5 million in 3 weeks. 5 minutes. And 16,000 subscribers in 3 weeks. I can't remember things like that. That's my woodworking channel. So, yeah, obviously I'm doing stuff on there as well as trying to do this. I'm hoping that can help fund me to push along with this one as well, because I don't want to give this up, you know what I mean? But I have said in the past that if I can't keep my head above water, I'll have no choice but to walk away a little bit. Not fully, because I'll still be there and I'll still do some, still do my live shows and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's not going to disappear altogether. But you might have to give me a little bit of leeway. Some days I might not be able to upload videos, that's all I'm saying. Anyway, into the chat. We're going in. Oh, in. I see some super chatties. Oh, Casper Northern, cheers, buddy. Nice one, thank you. Oh, he's got a doggy. Or was that a fox? I don't know. It was a cat. I got my out. Oh, dear. What have I missed? Have I missed somebody? Oh, we're on top chat. We'll go on live chat. There we go. Back on live chat now. Yeah, that's better. Mark's the biggest fan here. Hello, buddy. Nice one. You have a lovely thick pencil. Have I uploaded that video already about the pencil? I haven't, have I? I did a video about your pencil on the other channel. Not that pencil, no, that other pencil. Oh, tough carbon, that's it. All right, anyway, let's go to the topic. I'm missing people here, missing chats. Great to see you on Sunday. Oh, cheers, Caffal. Nice one, cheers. Thank you. I haven't even seen it yet. I've been so busy fixing my flipping roof. Water's been coming and dripping around my ears in the workshop, so I had to fix it when the break in the weather. It was dry yesterday and today, so I'll be up there. Well, sort of dry. Then it started raining. Luckily, it's not leaking now. You have to insert a kipper to make the smell authentic. Okay, what smell? There you go. Oh, let's see, whoever I miss. I do apologise. David Carroll, hello there. Alistair Kerr, hello my friend. And Marcus the biggest fan. One is full of cunning stunts, and the other is full of stunning Jeremy ants. Anyway, how you all doing? Says Marcus the biggest fan. That's it. I haven't seen you for a while, mate. I hope you're well, mate. You. Well, I contacted because have you got your membership thing there? Is it? Why isn't it there? Oh, Marcus' biggest fan's actually a member, but for some reason it's not there. It could be because you're a member on the other. I did contact him, but they ain't got back to me, so isn't very helpful. I might contact him on Twitter, yeah, YouTube on Twitter. They have a support page on Twitter, which is usually quite good. I'll ask them. I woke up and read Cameron was a foreign secretary and thought I was still dreaming. It come back. It's not just that. He's also a baron. Baron Cameron. Got a bit of a ring to it. Oh, cunt living in the country house with Cameron's pig. What? One is full of cunning stunts. Hey, Ezra Steinberg. Oh, so glad to see you again, Marcus. I'm significant, apparently. I don't know, my video's been done unbelievably poorly, and that also doesn't inspire me to actually upload videos. It just doesn't. You know, when you get a video and it does like 500 views or something like that, when you were getting a couple of thousand in a day, and knowing full well, if you don't get them in the first day or two, well then the video's dead. You must delete it. It's, we'll do nothing. Whereas on my other channel, the videos carry on growing because it's, they're timeless. Because I'm sort of like teaching people things in my weird, wonderful way. Oh, Shaggy Rat says the new Foreign Secretary is a pig in the poke, or in Cameron's case, a poke in a pig. Oh my God, what's her name? That was Matt Hancock's Ghost Rider. Richard Tice's missus. Oh, what's her name? Oh, crikey. She's pretty insignificant as far as I'm concerned. Oh, just says greetings, tractor fans. Yeah, but no, he's not here. Okay, he's not here. Tractor born guy, he's not here. All right. Kevin Lad 100 says, good evening all. Good evening to you. Like button smashed. Yeah, please people the old like button because it helps the channel. You know, definitely need all the help I can get. I tell you, trying to keep this channel alive is a nightmare. Honestly. Yeah, the thing is, you want to spread the message, don't you? You want to spread a point of view of the message. But if no one's kind of watching, or very few people watching, well then it's you do feel what I mean, kind of like how to put it. I mean, a little goldfish bowl. Oh, it's not really inspiring to put it like that. As here, Kevin Ed, hello, good evening, and 2013 austerity with Hunt and Cameron, net zero and zero growth. What a flippin' cock up that was. It was a stupid thing to do. If you want to increase growth, you invest in infrastructure. You make it easier to do business. How we've always pulled ourselves out of recessions is by doing that. But no. We artificially prop up house prices by holding down interest rates for too long a period of time. It becomes unmanageable, and then you got no leeway, you got no buffer, you can't go one way, you can't go down any further, can you? It's just ridiculous. Our economy becomes reliant on a low interest rate. You can't do that. It's not sustainable. Never has been, never will be. Jackie, listening to it. Oh, okay. What are you listening to? The game at Hampden. Oh no. What about the other game? It's on in half an hour. Please don't run away just yet. But it's on in half an hour. I know you all want to go there. I know you do. Yeah, up there are for Nigel Farage. Remember that? Well, anyway, Nigel Farage is going into the house. He's into... Not the house. No, what we're talking about. He's going into the jungle. Celebrity, get me out of here. And he looks like a very old Harry Potter. Actually, have I got there? I have somewhere. Oh my God. There we are. Oh, crikey. There he is. All he needs is a wand. A little scar. The state of that. Oh, crikey. Just got a slap, don't you? Oh, dear. I'm just hoping that he's going to be jumping off some high rise. I think he is. And that the road breaks or something like that. Yeah, not wishing ill on the guy, you know. Well, hello, Patrick. Hello, William Patrick Fagan. Oh, I'd give you a couple of worms out. Oh, crikey. Oh, there we go. Coming down. Betty Kershaw, hello there. And Fitzcarraldo Project. Fill the Bibby Stockholm full, sail it down to Africa, and drag over the mountains past some gorillas to Rwanda using the Herzog Kinsey technique. Or we can take it, I don't know, run it over the Needles on the south coast. What do you reckon? Something like that. Put a hole in the bottom. Run it aground, just like that, what was it called? That wave generator thing. Where the company's gone bankrupt and it's got to drift. It's run aground now. Hello, Lefty Boat. I hope you're well. And Peter does a great idea, but fit it with all the leading quittlings and this corrupt government. Oh, I do have dreamy thoughts, I do. All the things I could do with this corrupt government. I don't know what, I keep having visions, I do, of Pinhead. Well, Boris inserted the Kipling into the pig. Maybe. What? Oh, hi Ben, evening. Hi Ben. Hello Ben. Ben's so now the cat's here as well. You have to insert the kipper to make it smell authentic. Oh, what? Oh, okay, I see what you're doing there. Oh, saucy. Well, so let me get this straight. An unelected Prime Minister has appointed an unelected Foreign Minister, yes, and the Brexiters don't like unelected politicians. Oh, my giddy aunt, you knocked that on the head. That you have. Oh, dear. The fact of the matter is, we did elect our EU representatives, didn't we? We just didn't bother to vote. So what do we get? We got little Harry Potter instead. He looks tiny. Oh God, he's incy. Incy wincy spiders are gonna be in his bed. Oh, let's hope. Oh, I might have to watch it. Oh, crikey, I might have to. I'm sorry. I might have to make some videos as well. If yeah, now I'll get flipping strikes, won't I? Oh, talk about strikes. Poor old flipping Max Robespierre last week. He got his channel taken down for about a couple of hours. Thank God. Lots of us got in contact. I made a video straight away as well. I mean, lots got in contact about it because it's just ridiculous. Why the hell's that going on? Max is one, you know, he made a video about Suella Braverman. It wasn't even bad, and it's just, and all of a sudden his channel got took down. And he's just like, oh, it's because it doesn't fit in with YouTube rules, you see. Hate and all that sort of script. Really? On Max? No, that's silly. So luckily they reinstated this channel. I had my doubts. I really did have my doubts because it's quite hard, you know. Obviously it was a mistake and it was probably done by the AI algorithm or something like that. But he didn't deserve that. Crikey. This is the stupid thing though. I made that video, right? I put a video on the line because I just want to let people know what's going on. And there's my only video that performed. It did 30-odd thousand, or 27, 29,000 views. So I do a video about somebody else, just to inform people about him, and it did 27,000 views. And yet my other videos are doing like 500. Just nuts. It's just crazy. Urgh. Anyway, where was I? Oh, Capo! Oh yeah, it was on Sunday roast with Hayden, obviously Political X and Max Robespierre. It's quite hard to get a word in edgeways, I must admit though. Landlord Jeremy, yes. Hi Gingers. Oh Gingers, hello Gingers. I hope you're well. Didn't see you there. Oh hey, oh thanks Gingers. Gingers sent me a lovely card though. If I was going to read it, I left it in the workshop. Because where the missus brought it to me. Oh, look what Ginger sent you. So yeah, I'll send us red. But yeah, so thank you, card. No, you were not a problem at all. No, so don't let that worry you. It was very nice to meet you. It was to meet you nice. Jeremy Corbyn after samples of Abbott Ale. Oh my God, he was tripping himself up the other day, wasn't he, regarding Hamas? It was rather uncomfortable to watch. Yes, I enjoyed that as well. Okay. Hey, the lefty boat. I'm getting down now. I'm getting down. Oh, Beige Yellow there. David Carroll. Adele and Ed Sheeran have pretty much emigrated to the US. It's actually easier for them to tour Europe now than it is for the UK artists. It's nuts. Everything's in place. It all works, you see. Nothing works in the UK. Oh, David Hennig, that's it. Running well over time. It was quite the show. I would like to talk about a bit more really. They asked me on, you know, it's a bit of a last minute thing. Well, they asked me in the morning, so I wasn't really sort of prepared for it. But I would like to talk more about the construction industry really and building houses and what have you. I think that would have been quite interesting. Why does Leslie Hoyle side with the Tories? He's supposed to be Labour, isn't he? I don't know. He's supposed to side with the real book, really, isn't he? You know. Yes, that must be fair. Charles' pen has dried up. Oh no, and after he dropped it on the floor, got really angry with it. Maybe it went on strike. Can't talk to me like that. I'm woke. I don't believe in woke anyway. I think it's a little bollocks. I really do. It's how to put it, misappropriation of a black term. Really, what we're talking about really is political correctness. And I do think that's gone mad. But there again, I would, because I like saucy, dirty, stupid, carry on type Little Britain humour. I don't care if people call me fat. I don't care. No. I don't care if people take a bit of my hat. No. Or my very short haircut. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. Got thick skin. think we worry too much. Charles Penn has tried. Okay, you've done that really. Jasper Edwards. I read that German farmers could lose out if Ukraine joins the EU. If that, well, not just German farmers, farming in, that's why there's been, like, Bulgaria, Poland, what have you, that's why they keep opposing Ukraine grain. Because grain before was coming through via the Black Sea and what have you, and now it's going via overland, and it's entering Poland first, you see. And obviously, they're selling it there first, obviously because the short distance and that, and that's affecting Polish farmers. And the same will go for German farmers, the same will go for French farmers. They don't want it. No, because obviously they will sell their own grain. I get that, I understand that. Like, you know, right, saying excessively nationalist, you do have to take care of your own people, don't you? After all, at the end of the day, that's what you voted in to do. But also, you've got to be there on the world stage. There's balance. We ain't got that at the moment, have we? I guess it's just a week. As weak as Sunak. Who is? I guess he's just as weak as Sunak. Oh dear. There we go. Well, you talk about Cameron. Yeah, I think he probably is. Just dreaming he is about his cock on. Yeah. Pig. Like, oh, so that Cameron is doing a bit for.
In December, I'll be in Beijing, opening up new pork markets.
Come back. That expression. Oh my God, I've got to say it again. Oh, let's do that again. Come on, let's do it again.
In December, I'll be in Beijing, opening up new pork markets.
Pork markets? Oh, I agree. Oh, life is like a box of chocolates. At least he could sell gambas. Well, where was I? Spread yourself. Do starfish. Oh, what? No. What was that? It's just jumped. All right. Have I gone too far? We're good. We're good. So, it was very nice meeting you. I was meeting you too. Having to go to France to do it wasn't. And having to go to France to do it was such a bummer. Oh, that is love, nice there. Steve McGowan, my druggy dog is doing very well on his drugs, by the way, still. So we had a little bit of a space date moment, and that was it. But that was only because I didn't give him as much that day. So he only has like 7.5 millilitres a day. It's always happened in 3 lots, and it seems to work really well. He sleeps better as well. He does, and when he's awake, he's really awake. Then that. He's high as a kite, probably. Took my head boil, by the way. It was very nice meeting you. Nice to meet you too. The UK can't raise and process enough cattle. No, because we keep sending them abroad to do it. And that's why they import. Wheat costs more to transport overland long distances, and the value of the wheat itself in many cases. Yeah, I think the rate before the war in Ukraine was around it was under $200 per ton. I think that's right. And then it jumped. I don't know, like $400 or $500 a ton for grain. And you got like feed grain, and then you got your grain you have, your type 45 flour and what have you. And it became very, very expensive. And a lot of farmers then decided, we're going to plant more grain, and then the price came down. So then the value came down. And some farmers are struggling with the amount of rain, especially in the lowlands at the moment, because obviously the fields are flooded. So no more. So it's reduced the crop. Box chicken, there. Oil is an ineffective cabbage that lets the Tories subvert democracy. Well, it wasn't Leslie Hoyle, was it? But I can't remember her name. There's the other one. When Butler, Dawn Butler was kicked out of the Commons because she called Boris Johnson a liar, but he is a liar. She's only telling the truth. She said something like, "When you're in this place, you can't speak the truth," or something like that. Just but she's right. You can't argue her on that one. And she's her and Jess Phillips, I believe they vote against or vote with the ceasefire. So I went against the Labour Party. So they're probably going to have to step down. I think that's right. There we come. Hello, cyberkraut. Lindsay is only warming the chair he is. Oh, Jaspers. Otherwise, he's totally useless. He's got a nice cat, apparently. He does like animals, so he can't be that bad a geezer, you know. Neither does Lee Anderson, but he is a Tory. Yeah, like Jeremy. Yes. Oh my God, that man is unreal. Yeah, Lee Anderson, that is. Well, I got him here. I think I have. There we go. This is, if you wonder who Lee Anderson is, oh, you can't be wondering. That's just
Right, so my plan would be, and again this is just my own personal opinion, is that these people who have to live somewhere, let's have them in a tent in the middle of a field, 6 o'clock every morning, let's have them up, let's have them in the fields, picking potatoes or any current seasonable vegetables, back in the tent, cold shower, lights out, 6 o'clock, the same the next day. That would be my solution.
What a lovely piece of work it is, wouldn't you say? So, I will get into it in a moment, but... Come back. There he is. Hello, just saying, I hope you're well. Your dog has a doctor that's pampering for you. Most have a vet. Breakfast with the Beatles must be strange, given they almost all dead or deadish. Oh, crikey, it would be a little bit, wouldn't it? Crikey, a bit wrinkly. Can you imagine it? Wonder if they do the makeup and the foundation just in the mornings. Oh, God. I got a hand plane that's good for getting that stuff off, I'll tell you. Just some really great music you forgot about and learn to appreciate as you get older. I listen to quite a bit of music, to be fair. It's the only thing that settles my head. And number 3, hello there. Hoyle is a Christian and thinks he's too nicely of people in Parliament. He's too nicely. Oh, crikey, was Christian. No. Sorry, I'm an atheist, so I believe in science, you know. I'm not really into all that kind of fiction. No. Here comes a spunk bag squarehead. That's a load of cat. Oh. Okay, Ginger. Have I missed anyone? Have I missed anyone? Listen to a local radio station, Kalos, and they always have a breakfast with the Beatles, and it's good stuff. Ah, no, I get the reference now. Grammatical correction. Cameron, hormones, treated pork. Oh, yeah. Oh, what a gross thought that is. I wonder if it's true, though. I wouldn't be surprised. They're all weird, aren't they? Mark's biggest fan says, to be honest, if you were asked last minute for Sunday roast, whomever they had planned had probably pulled out. No time for them. Won't watch. Okay, there was Mark's biggest fan. The use of the pictures of Cameron with the pig for thumbnails and backgrounds when he was announced as a cabinet minister was rather funny. Got happy pigs, you know. Ed Sheeran won't be sleeping on my couch, leaving his scabs around. He got enough money by his own sofa couch. Also, hope he give plenty of money to charities. He does, actually, to be fair to him. He does give quite a bit of money to charities. I don't know what he's worth. He must be worth a huge amount of money now. It's nuts. Max says, Hoyle is as much use as a chocolate fire guard. I would say as much use as a ashtray on a motorcycle. Did you see Led by Donkeys report on him? Oh, not yet. I will do, though. In fact, I might have it here. What we got here? That's it? Nope, that's him. Oh, that's him. Right. So anyway, poor old poor old Jeremy Hunt. Yeah, a hard time he is. He's having a moment. He's not very happy. He's feeling hard done by in his job. He feels that it's a hard job to do, you know. To take from the poor and give to the rich. You know, the Tory way and all that. Is he flipping kidding us? So Jerry Hunt says he's facing difficult decisions on tax and benefits. Now, my son, all right, my second eldest, is in a wheelchair. He's disabled, all right? He gets PIPS payments. There's no way he's going to be able to work. He can't stand for very long. Like, he can't stand. Well, he can do about 5-10 paces, then he has to, he like lunges everywhere, if that makes any sense. So he can bear his own weight just, because he has a condition called torsion dystonia. So it's constant muscle spasms. And it makes his life very, very difficult. And constant pain, because his muscles and everything's working against each other. If he thinks he can send somebody like Matthew, my son, to work, even working from home is just not possible. He can't even speak because he's got spasms in his throat. He sounds worse to me. But you can't help it. It's just how it is. No, I know, Jeremy Hunt, if you can work, you should work and stuff like that. And I can't agree in some ways. But it's going to be a very, very difficult thing, if not impossible thing, to manage or even make happen. It's all very well telling somebody you got to get a job, even though you're in a wheelchair and yes, you can work at home or whatever it might be. How can you have one rule that kind of brushes over the whole sector? They're all disabled people. There's no two disabilities the same. They're all a bit different, So that's going to be very difficult to manage. You're going to need a team of people to do that. Departments, in fact, to be able to organise it. Because you're going to have to do a lot more checks, aren't you? Your ability to work. They're just basically going to redefine what they mean by that, what they mean by work. Now, I understand in some cases, some people could, go to work, but everything is harder and tiring. For instance, my son, also some of his friends and stuff, who are more able-bodied, they sleep a lot because they have to, because they get extremely tired just to do basic tasks. So the idea they're going to be able to work 9 to 5, I think that's for the birds. Not all cases. Some people will be able to, and some people will want to. So if you make the opportunity available for people who are disabled to go to work, well then it would make sense. You see, one of the biggest problems for those on disability is that if you do any work at all, as it stands, your benefits are stopped. So either 1 day, 2 days, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't even run a little business yourself. You can't do that. Because technically, obviously, as far as they're concerned, you're working. We need some flexibility. That's what we should have in regarding disabilities. We need flexibility. And we've already got a hell of a situation regarding, after Chris Kofi, regarding disability payments and also care and also support structures, which we don't have in the UK as we once did. They have been diminished. Cuts, more cuts. Ever since austerity, ever since the Tories got into power, effectively broke everything, really. And now they expect everything to run as it once did. It's taking a little time for everything to come to a head, you see, and just like Brexit's going to, and it still is, bit by bit. Death by 1,000 cuts. And for them to try and tell us all that this, unless it's just sound bites, just to suit the right-wing tosspots out there, it just ain't going to work. And then you've got to look at it through the eyes of an employer. Okay, if you're working from home, you're in your own environment and stuff like that. But some people will be expected to go into the workplace. Because that is an opportunity for some people disabled, they can go to the workplace, But then it's obviously you've got to have accessible buildings. Now, I know what they're going to say is, the 1995 DDA Act. Yeah, okay. The 1995 DDA Act, which was enforced in 2006, I think it was. Didn't really come into fruition until early 2010, I think it was. But still, there were so many buildings out there that it was impossible to convert. and many businesses didn't have the money to do the necessary conversions. And if you impose these kind of problems, the pressure onto industry to accept more disabled people when they're not really kitted out to do so, to, you know, it's going to be extremely difficult. And also, you have to ask yourself, will somebody who's disabled be as productive? In some cases, they will be. In some cases, they won't be. So I think it's really open-ended. I think it could be very, very tricky. You know, don't get me wrong. I you know, for those who want to go out to work, I think you should be allowed to, and I don't think the benefits should be wiped out completely. For you know, I think there should be some flexibility in there. You know, so I think it's a difficult one, and I don't see how. God, this flipping government can't organise a piss up in the brewery, can it? You know, it's just. Oh, actually, no, they can. Actually, it didn't look at much. No, that wasn't even a party, was it? No, it's just loads of people's kind of like falling over tables with a few hors d'oeuvres. Yeah. Oh, well, now that inquiry's going. Anyway, so he's feeling a bit sorry for himself, but he's rumoured to be considering $2 billion. Yeah, another $2 billion in cuts to benefits. So those who are on the bottom rungs of the ladder are going to be in hit even more, while reducing inheritance tax. Although there has been some hints that maybe that's going to be delayed. So Jeremy Hunt, I keep saying that. Anyway, Jeremy Hunt has said he faces difficult decisions before the autumn statement, and he is considering reducing benefits while cutting into inheritance tax. Oh God, I just want to strangle them. Anyway, Chancellor is thought to be considering $2 billion in cuts to benefits, including stopping people who are unemployed but not actively looking for work from claiming free prescriptions. Why free prescriptions? And discounted bus travel. How the hell are they going to go to flipping interviews if they can't afford to go? This makes no sense. How the hell can they going to actually go to work if they're sick because they can't afford the medication? That's the wrong way round. Encourage people to go to, if for instance they're long-term unemployed and they are sponges, because they do exist, obviously. In fact, I know a couple, and in fact they were my brother's in-laws, and one in particular, he still is, total tosspot. All his life he hasn't worked. So those sort of people need to be pushed into work or doing something that is become an active part of society, but instead of a sponger, because that's what he is. But then it makes me think to myself, well, some people are just not employable, so you have to cater for them as well. Not necessarily because of any other reason than no employer actually won't employ them. There are people out there like that. I've met plenty of them, because I was an employer, coming for job interviews and you give them the benefit of the doubt, so I did try my best to do that. People had hard times and what have you. One guy was out of prison, brilliant plasterer. He came out of prison covered in tattoos. Yeah, Mick. And lovely guy. He was with us for a while until he turned back to drinking. I had to let him go because he, basically was on a white light inside and turned up to work completely half cut. It lasted about 6 months out of prison. But, some people just can't cope. They can't manage. They can't get through life. They always come back around to the same old point again, you see. So there's some people out there, you're never going to be able to get into long-term employment unless they have some help. Some people just need therapy, it's just need someone to talk to. There's plenty of people like that out there, isn't there? Sometimes I need that, it's kind of, I suppose you could argue what I'm doing now. But it's, some people are just not employable. For all sorts of reasons, whether it be health related, whether it be mental health, whether it be just their character or who they are as a person. Some people unemployable because of what they are. Some people unemployable because of who they are. You don't necessarily want to employ everybody, do you? Because some people are just horrible. Would you want to employ Nigel Farage, for instance? No, not on my Nelly. No. I've got better things I can do with him. Maybe that involves a pig, I don't know. Idea that he wants to get everyone back to work because we've got a shortage of people. And possibly did tell us all 3 months ago that one of the reasons we've got sticky inflation, I know it's come down to 4.6% back in October, and that we've got sticky inflation is because we need people. Yep, we want to lock them up on a barge or send them over to Rwanda or shove them in hotels and not give them permits to be able to work. So that makes no sense whatsoever. No sense whatsoever other than the so-called deterrent, which isn't working. It's not going to work. Not when you consider the places these people, so, the majority of these people are coming from. You're going to get the odd one or two, aren't you, that aren't legit regarding these migrants. So, so including stopping people who are unemployed but not actively looking for work from claiming free prescriptions and discounted bus travel. That makes no sense to me. Hitting the wrong people, and maybe hitting the right people in the wrong way. I don't know. Now, if people have been deemed not to be making an effort to find a job, they will have their benefits changed after 6 months, under plans confirmed by the Chancellor before next week's statement. So anyways, following the announcement in September from the Work and Pension Secretary, Mel Stride, there's another one, that disabled people would be made to look for work, and they could do from home, which could result in their benefits being cut by up to £4,680 a year. Now, if it's their choice, I think that's fine, but forcing it on without actually understanding what their disability is just ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. This is, if they are intending to have some kind of triage system where we can see whether or not they can work. I don't know how you do that. How the hell are you going to police that? It's just it costs more than we're going to gain. You'd be better off giving some of them geezers and gals in these hotels some work permits, maybe. So, Hunt will present his autumn statement on Wednesday, which could be the final one before a general election next year. And speaking to broadcasters during the visit to Milton Keynes on Saturday, the Chancellor said that you're going to have to wait till Wednesday to hear the decisions I take. But one thing I want to be very clear about, he says, there's no easy way to reduce the tax burden. Hang on, what's he saying there? What we need to do is take a difficult decision to reform the welfare state. Is he saying we've got no money? Yeah, he's early. Didn't he say? Hang on, where was it now? I think he said this. That one. There we go. I think he said this. If it's so great, okay. Okay. If it's so great, why do we have to make cuts if the UK's economy is in such a great place?
Which country's got the most enormous potential? Why?
Hang on, what's going on there? There's no sound.
One more example, because I think there is too much negativity around. In the pandemic, vaccines and treatments discovered save more lives around the world.
Just hang on a second. What is going on there? I think my audio settings are wrong. There we go. Let's try that again.
Our long-term prospects
lad.
are fantastic. I wouldn't choose anywhere else if I was going to say which country has got the most enormous potential. Why? Technology. But I'll just give you one more example because I think there is too much negativity around. In the pandemic, vaccines and treatments discovered in Britain saved more lives around the world than from any other country. 7 million lives globally. So we've got a lot going for us when it comes to the industries of the future. And on Wednesday, you'll hear me talk about what more we can do.
So he said, basically, oh, how great are we? Our economy is fantastic. Yeah, he's been asked rather difficult questions, he was, by Trevor Phillips this morning.
In an autumn statement for growth, because I do want to turn the corner, I do want people to see You know, the fact, for example, that our technology industry is double the size of Germany's and 3 times the size of France. If we're going to embrace those opportunities, we need to remove...
Okay, so the difference here is that in France, for instance, they are investing. France is going all in, how France is raced ahead of the UK on electric car batteries. State subsidies and industry backing pull in foreign investment as the country creates the Battery Valley. The thing you see regarding Cherry Britain and what have you, and regarding the rules of origin, this is clearly one of the reasons why they don't want the UK to have some lenience in regarding the rules of origin. So 40 miles from the coast of Britain, where the government was again told this week that without urgent action, it risks losing the electric vehicle race. Battery Valley is taking shape in northern France. So Emmanuel Macron's announcement last week that the Taiwanese battery maker Prologium has chosen Dunkirk for its foreign facility, and it brings to 4 the number of gigafactories planned in the corridor stretching about 60 inland inland.
Smaller
from
in
the
number,
port.
are we? But larger
They're going
in
all in on
mind.
this, said Xavier Bertrand, and the head of the Haute de France region. Once home to many of France's coal mines and much of its steel industry, which has spent more than 174 million pounds on top of the huge state subsidies, ensuring that the investments came its way rather than to the rival sites in Poland, the Netherlands, and Germany. So it's all very well for Jeremy Cunningham to be saying that. Well,
the barriers that stop businesses growing. And that's why this autumn statement will be focused.
So barriers, the thing called red tape. We didn't have to endure when we were in the EU. You see, the thing is, foreign investment in the United Kingdom is really foreign investment to actually to furnish the United Kingdom with stuff. Not necessarily for export, especially not into the EU.
Well, on growth.
Oh, foul individual. Anyway, back into the chat. That we do. Did I say a chat? Alice again says, hello. They're going to force this on Scotland. Free prescription, free bus travel. That's oh, crikey, how dare they give you free stuff and put in place, Marks, by one of the bills they passed. Oh, how dare they do such a thing? How dare they make England look bad? I wonder what's happening in Wales, maybe. Don't know. Oh, God. Oh. All the lies. It's too big. I can't stand lies. I got a real problem with liars. I really have. I just... All my life I had them people lying to me, whether it be my father, whether it be brother-in-laws. You know, just lie after lie after lie. And I thought, what the hell? You said totally the opposite a week ago. And you think to yourself, blimey, am I supposed to listen to anything you have to say? That's the thing about lies, you see, they never remember their lies. They spout another one that contradicts the last one. It's just ridiculous. Look at this flippin' numpty. He lied about that, didn't he?
We got an oven-ready
That he
deal,
did.
put it in the microwave.
Blimey. Okay, so Scotland's getting free bus travel, they are. Oh dear. Terrible. How shocking it is. Oh, there we go. Where are we now? Where are we? I posted a link to the video before the stream started, just saying. And maybe Marcus will pick up on it later. He copied it. I did. I got it up on here. On the Led by Donkeys one. We'll do that in a moment. Benji mentioned it. Scroll down. Scroll up. Football straight over best films. There we come. I'm too far up again, aren't I? Number three has actually asked me if I can maybe interview. I'm up for that. He wants to talk about his private life and stuff like that. Is that right? Stuff like that, wasn't it? You know? Okay. There are more buses in Germany, I think, so it's to do the trains and buses and 1 monthly fee. I know, it's brilliant. It's really good. Yeah. Where else did that? Did they do that in Poland as well? And did they try that in Spain? I watch a lot of urban explorers in the UK, and they visit abandoned factory after factory. And the UK is a gold mine for urban explorers, yeah, because there's abandoned factory after abandoned factory. Steelworks, for instance, that is not looking too healthy at the moment, is it? No. I do wonder, though. I wonder if Liberty Steel is going to get some money from the government now. David Cameron. Remember the lobbying? Yeah? Greensill. I wonder if that might, yeah, do a full U-turn. Just saying, put that out there. Simon says 55. Good evening, Joel. Sorry I'm late. I had to watch Farmer Seeks Wife with Mum. What? Alistair Kerr, wouldn't that be a good thing for Scotland, or were you being cheeky? I think it's been cheeky. I think he's saying it's a good thing for Scotland. Yes. Under 22s get free bus travel. Blimey. Not in the UK, or not in say UK, not in England. No. Despise the Tories. November isn't autumn, isn't it? Oh. I watch a lot of... Okay, where are we? I hate the text. There are more buses in Germany. Yep. My town, I mean, hometown. I have seen them arriving here in my town, and there are 3 English families taking care of farms, meaning farmlands or caretakers, not farm owners, farm workers. The Tories are the party of business. That's what they tell us. Everyone else, step in line or off to Rwanda you go, says Marx's biggest fan. Oh, even if they were telling the truth, even if they had the best interests, our best interests at heart, no one would believe a word that they say. We've had enough. Everyone has just had enough of the Tory party. They're just become a joke. Even... Oh, dare I do it? Dare I do it? Oh, crikey. I'm going to have to do it. Oh, crikey. Oh, crikey. Where is it? I've got to find it first. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Have I lost it? I've flipping lost it. Oh, dear. Where'd that go? That was Richard Tice. See, it was... Oh, crikey. It was going on about the Tory party. It was quite funny. I wonder if I can find it again. Bear with us. Let me just see if I can find that. Or have I put it in the wrong place? That is a possibility. No, I haven't. Right. Let's put Richard Tice. Oh, it's been interviewed actually on GB News. I have to admit, she's Tory, but she was giving them a hard time. There it is. I found it. Oh my god. There we go. I do apologise in advance. Oh, there he is. Oh, there's Richard Tice. Richard Lice. Oh, no. All right.
Stop Labour. Only Reform Now, Camilla, can stop Labour. The Tories have had their chance. We did the right thing back in 19. We stood aside. We let them get a big seat majority. They've blown it. They've messed up. They should do the right thing. They should stand aside.
That's Richard, don't be ridiculous. That's not going to happen.
Those who say we're going to split the vote on the right, if you're worried about it, you can't vote for failure. You can't reward failure.
Are you seriously suggesting that Tory MPs should stand aside for reform?
Well, they're all terrified that they're going to lose their seats. Right.
But they're not going to do
that. They all know they're going to lose.
Okay.
The brand is toxic. If they want to stop Labour, they should do the right thing as we did back in 19. I can beat Keir Starmer. They can't.
Can you beat Keir Starmer?
Head to head.
What? What?
They can't.
Can you beat...
To stop Labour, they should do the right thing as we did back in 19. I can beat Keir Starmer, they can't.
Can you beat Keir Starmer? You've got
Head-to-head, without
10 or 11 in the polls, and the latest opinion puts, I think, the Tories on about 26. So at the moment, you can't beat Keir Starmer. The Conservatives, if they improve things, if they become more low tax and a bit more Tory...
They're going the opposite direction. They're going down. The brand is going down. It's toxic. We're the only party...
He's kind of grasped onto what we say on the left about the Tory party, isn't he?
That has a serious plan to stop the boats, right? The whole Rwanda plan has completely failed.
Would you scrap Rwanda?
It was never going to work. So scrap Rwanda, stop wasting time, money and effort. The only thing you can do is what Australia did. You pick up, you safely take back. We're entitled to do that.
No, you're not! I suppose we could have done, as a part of the Dublin Accord. But that's the first safe country that they arrive in. We're going to take them all back to, I don't know, to Poland or places like that, I don't know. What would be the first country coming in from Turkey? God. What a mess.
Under international treaties, that's the only thing that will stop the boats. Labour won't stop the boats, only Reform UK.
OK.
I can't remember what it was. There was something a while back, a law of the sea, or I can't remember what it was called, that he tried to, this was last year or the year before even, where he tried to make out you could do this and just take them straight back. Dump them on, well, he told me, dump them on Normandy beaches or something. You can't do that. You can't. So what we're going to do, we'll get all our refugees, we'll scoop them all up and we'll dump them in the UK. Should we do that? They make their own way over, so we don't need to, but there you go. Oh, dear. Right in the chat. Did I see it a lot? Did I see a super chat? I think I did. Did I miss it? Where is it? Where is it? Gavin lad, cheers, my friend. Most kind. Dusty Monk. Oh, Dusty Monk. Is it just in the ring? It's a bit in the middle. No? We voted for Brexit. We voted for this government. And they need to do is call a referendum and we'll vote away all the human rights too. Should we do that? Vote all our human rights away. Blimey. Richie Sunak was pretty much saying, OK, we're not going to abide by the law, we're going to make our own laws or circumvent laws by creating new laws. A bit like what Dominic Raab was going to do. Create a bit like a ricochet law. To send just a few people to Rwanda as a deterrent. What happens when you're up to capacity in Rwanda? It's no longer a deterrent, is it? Because you can't send anyone else there. So where's the deterrent? It's not going to solve anything. God. I mean, people don't like button body hair. Very important, you know. Very important indeed. Oh. Hope you had a good day. Says the Casper Northerner. Where are we? Oh, okay. Up we come. What have I missed? Okay, let's start it. Oh, there we come. I watched a lot of urban. Oh, done that already. Done that one already. You don't pay for prescriptions in Northern Ireland. Pensioners get free bus travel. We don't pay for prescriptions here either. There's no prescription fee. It's all part of our Santé, our health, our card. Our green card. Sorry. So no, we don't have to pay either. I could probably show you it. Where is it? It was here. I've got a little card, you see. Ugh. We just pay a top-up insurance. If you earn under a certain amount, you can get a complementaire, which basically means you don't pay the extra third that's usually covered via your insurance. So, yeah, covered that. I can't get it out now. Ooh, I can't get it out. Here we go. This is what we use for our health here in France. I'll cover my number up. How about for a mugshot? So it's basically our health card. We've got to work here and what have you, and pay taxes here. I'm entitled to, so same with Mrs. and that as well, to healthcare in France, and it is very, very good. You get treated in a really good time. You basically get to keep everything, as in your x-rays, your blood tests, everything. So you can self-diagnose if you want. Don't advise it, though. Where are we? The under 22s get free bus travel. Excellent. Sorry I'm late, says Simon Says, 55. Oh, too far up again. Mark's biggest fan. Yep, the unemployed get it free too. My friend, well, you get currently you get it free, but they're looking at those who are long term unemployed. They can't get it free. Now the thing is, you see, certain illnesses in the UK. Let's say, for instance, you have a problem like my voice is all bugged up because I've got a bugged up thyroid gland, and I have to take medications for that. I had scans and all stuff. And because of that, if in the UK, I would get free medication, free prescriptions. But if I had asthma, for which I have, only mild, and I do take inhalers occasionally, very rarely, but it's just usually when I need them, basically. But if you're someone who needs them all the while, and you might get through, say, I don't know, 4 inhalers, you've got to have 4 prescriptions in the UK. It's not free. They're not. Asthma's not on the list for illnesses which you get free prescriptions. That's nuts. You know? I understand that if you had childhood asthma, you might actually grow out of it in your teens, but it can return again and be later on in life, and then you're stuck with it. So it's it doesn't make any sense to me. These are life-threatening illnesses. Also, I've got a nebulizer as well if I need it, which is very rare, and also if my son comes because he's asthmatic. And we can go to the doctor and ask for the little capsules. In the UK, you can't do it. We used to get it backhanded because we used to have our own nebulizer in the UK as well. And in the UK, we can't get them unless you do a bit of black market kind of thing. But they don't have them over. But it just seems nuts. And everything is cost. And if you need 4 inhalers, I don't know what's prescription there, tenner, isn't it? For prescriptions at £9.65 or something. That's per item, isn't it? So that's like 4 items. That's like 40 quid a month. If you're not getting that free, well, that's a bit pricey, isn't it? Not everyone can afford it. So people then decide not to take it, and they get ill or die. It's quite serious, asthma, When my son had his first asthma attack that they had, it was frightening. The ambulance came and what have you, and they gave him a nebulizer. You see, if we had our own nebulizer and Ventolin and what have you, we could have actually calmed it all down, and maybe wouldn't have needed to have gone to hospital. We could have actually dealt with it. We wouldn't need to call the ambulance out. So it would have been a saving. See, this is the big difference that we see here in France. It's very much about prevention and not mitigation. They want to prevent you from having an illness because they don't want to have to pay for mitigation if they can help it, I suppose. Whereas in the UK, they'll drag it out as long as we possibly can, and we'll just mitigate. And in many cases, it's too late, especially with cancer. It's horrendous. Free bus passes and prescriptions, says Andrew Evans, in Wales for years. Excellent. It should be. I think you should have free internet. I think Corbyn was right on that. I think you should have free transport. Public transport, obviously. Because you can make a functioning society. If you make it easier to go to work, to do stuff, or to go to spend money, you've got to be thinking about, you'd actually help prop up the economy. To me, it's a no-brainer. And other countries, such as Germany, what have you, seeing the light on that one. They say, hang on, this is a pretty good idea, actually, isn't it? It works. Help keeping the shops functioning, selling stuff. Whereas at the moment, as you know, most shops are shutting down. Like I say, there's these urban travellers, explorers. Empty factories, empty shops, empty this. And so much for the economy. Now, the tax take on like VAT and what have you is on the sale price, isn't it? So point of sale. So that has gone up regarding the VAT for the exchequer. But those who make the stuff, the profit margins have come down. We need to be making it easier for these businesses to function and encourage public transport. So, Mellow says, all shorts, Jeremy by Wednesday UK wants you gone, you and Richie Sunak got to go. UK never voted for Richie Sunak, nope, he's unelected, and UK wants Sunak gone. Brexit blown out. Blown out. And it's all the Tories gone. Yes, please. That's what we want. We want the Tories gone. Forever. I can't see him coming back in for a while. There's going to have to be a massive turnaround of people in the Tory party. Because everyone in there at the moment, they've got no morals. Foul individuals. People are sick of that ilk. So I think there'd have to be a massive replacement of Tories. As long as it's not Liz Truss. Anyway, so Dusty Monk, talk about Liz Truss.
That is a disgrace.
But the Tories are a funny bunch, talking about no trade barriers while building up the largest wall against trade in the UK of the last 50-odd years. Yes, called Brexit. I just want my Brexit, they said. And they got it. But they don't like the result. But it makes no sense whatsoever. It's madness. I hope the Tories get an almighty hammering in the next general election or guillotine. And number 3 says we haven't got a constitution, have we, really? No. There's no written constitution. So the whole constitution is crap. Why can't we demand a general election? Because we can't. We've got to wait for Richie Sunak. And he's holding on with his fingertips for as long as he possibly can. Probably so he can cream some more money out of the exchequer from the taxpayer. For his missus, for her kids and all that, So what a stupid system. Fighting your opinions rather than opposing sound policies. There's no debate. You watch, I don't know, argument's sake, Prime Minister's questions, for instance. There is no questions, really, because there's never any answers. It's pointless. Got to the point where I wasn't watching that. I watch it this way, but I don't always watch it. What's the point? It means nothing. Okay, you get to see if someone's an idiot, and we get to see it put on Twitter and places like that. But what really happens? What changes? It's a bit like me with this channel. I think so. What am I really making any difference? What's the point? It's kind of what it feels like sometimes. If you don't get the views, then you think, you're in your own echo chamber, aren't you? So, he's loony, says Tories don't get tasered. Who's loony? What have I missed? Dusty Monk. Oh, no human rights. That's just madness. Why would anyone vote for that? That doesn't make any sense. I'm talking about ordinary people. Why would anyone want that? It's their human rights as well. Oh, dear me. Toys versus Starmer, death match. What's it going to be like? I don't know. What's his face? Mark Zuckerberg and the that extremist. What's his name again? Elon Musk, whose rocket's like blowing up or self-destructing. Although it got a bit higher, didn't it? Got over the neighbour's fence, yeah. So, Phonebox Chicken says, oh, I missed it. Where'd it go? It jumped up. I might vote Green, as I live in a safe Labour seat, inhabited with a momentum type. Well, if that's what you want to do, you got to do it. If it make you feel better about yourself, because that's what I would do if I thought that maybe it's well, mine's Broaden, and Tories are still pretty much a safe seat, although no seat is safe. Marcus Biggins fan says, we have this illusion here that the young are paying for the old age care and health. Responded to Joel Marios. But they are forgetting that they were functioning taxpayers all their lives. But the tax pot got didn't Gordon Brown diminish that? So we need gold. That's what we got. We need gold. See, money's paper money, and coins are worth nothing. They don't actually have any value. It's only got the value what that's written on it. The only thing that has value is commodities. You know, things like gold, silver, copper, even. All that stuff has value, and you can hold money in it. Just buy it. Lead. You can nick that from the church roof, if you like. Oh, dear. Number 3, to write Portuguese or German. Blimey. I struggle with my French, I do. We have the illusion here. Oh, we've done that already. Sorry, Mark's biggest fan. You're what? Okay. Chatty Rat. Okay. Great to hear. What's the Chatty Rat say? In Belfast, East or Lagan Valley, where Alliance are targeting DUP seats as they have taken votes from the unions. Oh, that's interesting. I'm talking about Belfast. Somebody on my other channel from Belfast who happens to have something from the shipyard that built the Titanic, and he's sending it to me. That's from the other channel. So that's a bit interesting. I don't know what's going to happen. What's happening there? Oh. Number 3 says, you help me and
Smaller
others
in
to
number,
carry
only,
on. Oh, thank
but
you.
larger in
Oh, cheers,
mind.
buddy. That's very nice to know. You know, just I try and do him a bit. I just wish I'd get the channel to be a little bit more prolific. If you could see what's happening on my other channel, it's gone ballistic. I mean, that's just ridiculous. 5 million views in 3 weeks. That's nuts. Okay, a lot of it is on one video. It's done 4 million views. But still 1 million views on just, a small channel. And at the time, it had 3,500 subscribers. And now it's just shy of 20. I mean, it's 19,600 now. So maybe tomorrow, the next day, I might have 20,000 subscribers on it. It's gone mental. I haven't been in number, I must say. Oh,
but larger in mind.
Oh, Bug's biggest fan. Hello, my friend. Oh, thank you. Not enough super chats to keep your favourite streamer locked up on Chardonnay and caviar, as he's accustomed to. I'm disgusted in you people. Cheers, the Bug's biggest fan. Yeah, cad. Oh, thank you. Oh, I'm on the diet at the moment. Although I'm on a diet, but it costs more being on a diet. It does actually just eating all the other rubbish. So I'm not drinking either. I haven't had anything to drink for, I don't know how long it is now. Is that 4 weeks now? I have lost nearly at least 4 kilos, nearly 5 kilos. So I'm losing weight. It's coming off. I'm going to be sexy, I am. Look at my sexy body. That's what I'm going to do, No? Okay. I'll shut up now. Oh, if you didn't laugh, you'd cry. I do actually. I'll be absolutely honest with you. Like number 3 was saying a minute ago, you helped me carry on and keep going and what have you. I have to admit, I do wonder why I do it sometimes, and it's kind of difficult because you're kind of constantly following the news and the situations, everything's going on in the UK, and you worry about your own kids and stuff like that, because obviously they're in the UK. And you think to yourself, blimey. It's like this thing regarding disabilities. Now I'm worrying about my son. He's disabled. You think, right, even if he might be absolutely fine, it's that it hangs over you. It's a constant worry. What are they going to throw at me next? And when you can't speak for yourself, and they don't have any open lines of contact, like for instance, this is just stupid. This is. My son Matthew, he can't speak properly, nor can I. He can't speak properly because he says spasms in his throat. Yeah, the only way he can get his wheelchair repaired is by phoning up. There's no contact system for the wheelchair repair people in Norwich. It doesn't make any sense at all. It's stupid. It's like, if you're disabled, it's like anyone's disabled is like tarnished for the same tarnish, but is under the same umbrella, so to speak. Well, pretty much there's a whole array of different disabilities. Some people might have lost the right arm or the left arm, or left both legs, all paraplegic or whatever. It's just there's all sorts of conditions. Now, for instance, my neighbour, when I used to live with my parents years and years ago, hell of a lot of years ago, crikey, about 35 years ago. But anyway, a long, long while ago, our neighbour, Andy Street. And he was, I actually liked Andy Street. He was a good guy. But my mum, she's the sort of person to look at the window, at the curtains, and complain. And complain, oh, he's on benefits, he is. And there he is, he's working and stuff. No, well, he had a business. He did have a business. But you still had mobility and stuff like that. Anyway, what I didn't realise until later on, he had a thyroid issue, gland issue. And he had an extension built on the side of the house where he slept during the day because he could only function for 2 or 3 hours. Then he had to lay down. He was exhausted, and I used to do jobs for him, and he was absolutely exhausted. And he'd go and sorry, Mark, I'm going to lay down for a bit. So then he'd go and lay down for a bit, and he'd be back again in a couple of hours. He's sort of cat nap all the while. He couldn't function for very long. But this is the problem with disabilities. Like my son, because he's obviously disabled. There's many people out there who have certain disabilities. You can't actually see them. Don't necessarily know, unless you're living with or living with that person, you don't know what their problem is. And yet could be claiming benefits because they can't function in the workplace. You can't put every disability, or every person, in fact, under the same umbrella. It doesn't work that way. Now, some people can go back to work, or go to work, or start work, even if they're disabled, if they have enough support. But then you have to ask yourself, are businesses, is industry willing to do that? Unless they get support. Whether it's financial support, but then it's like defeating the object, isn't it? Although it could start a trend, I suppose. I kind of like the idea of people who are disabled, who want to go to work. Like, for instance, you look on Channel 4 News, what have you, there's a few disabled presenters on there, and I love that. I think it's brilliant. We need to provide opportunities for people. It's really important. It gives people worth, doesn't it? Self-worth. It gives them motivation to carry on. So important. And when I read things and see things on a constant basis, it is constant attack on people who have got nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's like when I was on that Ginger Island with Graham Hughes. And the people there, the natives, such as Ishmael, who was living on the island, absolutely nothing. Nothing at all. All they really got, barely got shoes. Pristine, though. They were absolutely pristine. And living in 4 of them living in a shed. It's not much more than a shed. And they get the scraps from Westerners who decided to live there in the Caribbean. In this case, it was like Bogus Town and places like that. And it really wound me up. It made me angry. It humbled me. But it infuriated when I see all these people going around with their fancy boats and fancy this and fancy that. And they want to squeeze these people to the bone. They wanted to give them the least amount of money. It's like it was a game. And it's just wrong. Sorry, it's just wrong. Anyway, that's my rant. My ginger rant. Oh dear. Anyway, let's just cheer himself up a bit. There he is. It's Harry Potter. And then we've got... Oh, crikey, talk about... there. Have you seen this? What the hell? Hang on. Who's the guy in that? Oh. Can anyone give me any names? Who's the guy in the hat? In the cowboy hat? Or was it an Aussie hat? He's even got a waist jacket on. I wonder who that could be. I hope not. Oh dear. Anyway, scared of eating lettuce, got Liz Truss disease. Oh, don't eat lettuce. No, actually, I do like lettuce. I eat a lot of lettuce. Especially on this flipping diet. I'm doing the keto diet, you've got to eat a lot. If you don't eat a lot of veg, then to get enough minerals and stuff, you get yourself really ill. So, sort of low carb diet. Transport under 15 is free here in... Oh, that's pretty cool. Under 26 is almost free. Elderly is free. Tourists complain that they have to pay basically €1 to ride transport for 90 minutes. What? That's stupid. What have I missed? Marcus's biggest fan says, is a post on X an X sheet? Possibly. I don't know. He could have come up with a better name than that, couldn't he? He should have left it alone, but he should have done. The artist formerly known as Theater. Oh! Mellow Yellow. What? Mellow. That's the Chinese batteries, my friend. Oh, Chinese batteries. What's happened? What have I missed? Hey, they called it. See you there, my friend. Sorry that. I'm just listening to your work, and I bet, aren't you? I do that sometimes when I listen to you guys. I missed Reagan's on Monday though. If I'm working or doing something, or I'm editing, I can't. I just have it on the side, but I can't have it going through the computer. You see, so I can't participate. He's hardly sending you. Oh crikey! He's hardly sending you either Samson or Goliath. From the Asian W shipyard, maybe that'd be fun. Oh, we got the Samson Hercules. That was I remember the Samson or Hercules was restored. They used to be outside the nightclub in Tombland in Norwich, and these are very old solid wooden carvings. And my son was involved in them. And when they started, the restoration company came in, removing the layers of paint. I mean, the paint was like that thick, but the detail underneath and the fingernails and stuff like that was really amazing. All hand carved. So it's been restored. I don't know. It's probably still in the stores now. That's been done. So they fix them and put them in the stores, or they put them out on display. Politics is worse than 6-year-olds these days. You are not wrong. I shave my hair and my nephews and say I look like a mob enforcer. Join the club. I do it because I just stick my head in the barrel when it's covered in dust. I keep going on X Twitter, but I don't have much impact. Well, I don't even know, so I haven't been put much on there recently. I know he's going to disagree. He'll disagree, but when I see Elon Musk being pretty much like a Semite, and he's turned into a right-wing fascist, if you ask me. And I just don't have. Look, I've got a few Twitter things up here, so I'm doing a lot less on there than I used to. I'm doing more on Blue Sky now. I'm going to start pushing more stuff onto there. In fact, actually, Byline Times was asking about me. But I think it was at P.A. Dallas. I think he's tagged me in some Byline Times. So that might be interesting if they want to interview me. That'll be a mistake. Oh. Yeah, the thing about X or any social media, I'm afraid, it's very, very hard to make an impact. I do like your videos, though, mate, and you're improving all the time. You did do through that with the volume a bit on the low side, so just to watch your levels and stuff. But I see you done some long form recently as well, which is pretty good. I grew a beard, and it does not improve my looks. Well, this is just me being lazy. I usually have a bit of whiskers and shavers as well. Have a tidy it up. At the moment, I've got my lazy look on. I have. There's a post on the X sheet says Mark's biggest fan. Oh, you did that already, didn't I? Yeah. Okay. I considered myself to be socially. This is number 3. Socially crippled for most of my life. Hardly any support. It's got worse. Now, my little niece, she had a lot of problems. She's calmed down now, but she had a lot of problems. Mental problems, and she was right pain. But she's hit her on a statement months and months and months. Even when she's on a statement, what's the point? She needed a lot of help. She ended up living actually with that Nan and Grandad in the end, which is, not ideal. But I actually think some of the problem was my sister and my brother-in-law. They were handy-pandy. They really were. And it was just like, I've got 6 kids, right? And I was tough, but I was fair, and I had fun with them. Yeah, just prat about with them, have a laugh and stuff, take them places, do stuff, go fishing, do this, go on the boat, or, fly planes or whatever, just so they have something you can participate, as a family with. But also, if they were wrong, we would tell them as such, and sometimes it was, we would be quite forceful. Not necessarily with him when stupid like that, obviously, but or some people do. Obviously, yeah, good point. But no meant no. I think it's a problem. I think it's like dogs. Dogs don't understand reason. I don't think children understand it at an early age either. And the thing is, you lay the ground rules down at a fairly young age, you don't need to do it again. You just got to know, just like me. Get told off by the missus. Yeah, I can imagine it's quite hard sometimes, number 3. Mad Monk 33 is here. Oh, that's tempting. I did see you in the chat earlier, my friend. Hope you're well. I'll get rid of those 2. What's that there for? Okay, I'm gonna do it. There you are, Mad Monk 33. Just for you. Hi peeps, on my way home from a great game. Hope you all have been nice to me. They've been lovely. Oh, they've been absolutely lovely, they have. Oh, there you are, number 3. Oh, he's doing that last little spin. That he is. Oh. Cute little kid. Chunky kid, but he's a cute kid. Oh, okay, we have got this as well, mind. They got this Halloween nut the other week, so it's not, get rid of that. Well, we're back into the chat, and now we're back towards them. I've abandoned Twitter now. I don't blame you if you boat, mate. The only reason I go on there because of this, and it's useful. It still has a lot of people on there. But I just try to avoid Elon Musk like the plague, and right-wing nut jobs. The vitriol on there, and also the other thing is it's flooded, absolutely flooded with what's going on in Gaza and what have you, and and I don't want it all the time, not all the time. It's just like it's there for me all the time. It's like you've been beaten down by it all the while. And I know what's going on. I've followed it, but I want to be in control of it. If it makes any sense, if I don't feel I'm up to it, I don't want to see it. And the problem with things like Twitter, you don't get an option. You just scrolling up and there it is. So you're a bit stuffed really. I don't blame you, lefty boat. I really don't. Oh, you're on Blue Sky. Oh, you are, aren't you? Of course you are. And Fred. I haven't tried Fred's yet. Have I tried Fred's? I can't remember. I don't think I have now. Great to hear that. Oh, no. Hi, peeps. On my way home. Okay. Elon Musk is trading fabrication are the betting tomorrow AI say everyone can get rich. Why does it say people will lose money? Elon Musk is a grifter. He's a grifter. You are right. My biggest problem, I love AI. I love ChatGPT. I think it's brilliant, and sometimes it's hilarious. It's a great way. It gives you ideas. It can open your mind as well. As long as you use it sensibly. The problem is there's bad actors out there. There's people out there who use it for the wrong reasons, just like they did to Sadiq Khan last week regarding something they said that he said, which he didn't. But so convincing. And Max Roy Spare has been posting AI videos, AI generated videos, and then they're perfect. You know, if it's this is an issue. People are already easy brainwashed, convinced into things that aren't true. And if you show it in that form, it's going to make it even easier to convince the lack of thinking. The Brexit type. Oh, crikey. You know what it's like. It's difficult, isn't it? Have you tried talking to these people? It's impossible. It's absolutely impossible. There's no point. So you chuck AI into the mix, and then we've got an even bigger problem. Can you imagine what companies like Cambridge Analytica, for instance, could have done if they had AI at the time? To the level it is now. Frightening. So the problem comes when computers get to the point where they don't need human input. Whether it's still machine learning or whatever, but it doesn't need human input. Now, people say about the computer revolution and all that, and everyone says people are going to lose jobs, but didn't. It created jobs. But the thing is, the computer's only as good as the information that we put into it, the programming, etc. If AI, as it's doing at the moment, is able to do its own programming, it's going. I'm not saying it's right this minute, but it's doing programming now, obviously, because it is. But what happens further down the line when it gets to a point where it's doing more and more? We don't know what the future holds with it. We don't know if it's going to become sentient. I can't imagine it, to be honest. But what if it does? The logical thing of anything that is, if AI becomes starts thinking for itself, sentient. The logical thing is to get rid of the human race to save the planet. It really is. Just saying. Oh, David Icke. It sounds like David Icke stuff, that, doesn't it? Oh, the Queen is a lizard, or she was. Once she grew back. She might have done. Oh, Buddha boy, David Icke. Oh, crikey. Ex-footballer. God, he's a nutter, isn't he? Many people, including those at the top, are utterly delusional, quite mad. It's either that or they're just doing what they need to do to feather their own nests, and they really don't care about the likes of you and I. Because I don't think they do. They clearly don't. Now, I don't know if you remember. Let's go back to in the catcher. So so they're going all gung-ho. He's going on about how great the UK is and its ability to take over the world. But what he ain't talking about is the state the UK is in regarding poverty in the United Kingdom. That the UN Special Rapporteur, can you remember back in 2018, 2019, was it? When the UN had a little special envoy and that made its assessments regarding the state of play, regarding poverty in the United Kingdom. Well, they did it again this year. That they did. I did do a video, talked about this before. But I feel it's important because of go on about cutting benefits and what have you. It's just going to push people deeper into poverty. They're never going to get a foot on that first rung of the ladder, let alone get on a ladder at all, even if it is at the bottom. So the UN Special Rapporteur on Extreme Poverty has said that the UK is in violation of international law over poverty levels. And this is shocking, but not surprising, argue Lucinda Hyam and Danny Dorling. Now, back in 2018, Philip Alston, the UN's Special Rapporteur on Extreme Poverty, described in detail the gross misery that the UK government had inflicted on the population through punitive, mean-spirited, sounds like Tory government to me, and often callous, yes, does sound like a Tory government to me, they obviously hated this, policies of austerity. No matter how many times that flicking Jeremy Hunt tells us that is a compassionate government, everyone else is saying the opposite. Well, Alston said the levels of child poverty in the UK were not just a disgrace, but a social calamity and an economic disaster. Austerity for you, isn't it? Now, in November this year, just gone. Oh, it is November. Olivia D. Schutter, Alston's successor as the UN Special Rapporteur on Extreme Poverty, visited the United Kingdom. So, what's changed? Everything for the worse. The disgrace of child poverty has not improved. In fact, it has got worse. We've got 1 million kids living not just on the floor, sleeping on the floor. Ain't got a bed. What was that? I can't remember what the figures were now.
Smaller in number,
extreme poverty in the UK.
but larger in mind.
5 million or something, 5 6 million in extreme poverty in the UK. More people need to listen to Danny Dorling. I'll do that then. A very intelligent man, says Marx's biggest fan. Unlike me. That's what it's implying. I like wood. Yeah, I like making things out of wood, I do. Well, so what's changed? And it's a disgrace. Child poverty has improved. In fact, it's got worse. And cheers for that, Mark's biggest fan. Much appreciated. A reported 1 million children in the UK experienced destitution in 2022, and this means that their families could not afford to adequately feed, clothe, or clean them, or even keep warm. Well, we know that, don't we? You know, and that's going to get worse this year. Flipping hell. They've said they're not going to help. What a bunch of people freeze to death, haven't they? The destitution was the result of cuts to benefits and the inadequate government response to the cost of living crisis. And this was anticipated and arguably could have been prevented. Now, the alarm has been raised repeatedly and consistently over the harms of austerity in the past decade. Okay. For example, in 2014, an open letter to the Prime Minister, David Cameron, and his pig, son of his arm, raised substantial health concerns about the impacts of food poverty and poor nutrition. Yet food insecurity and food bank use has increased. Flipping out, food banks in the UK back in, was it 2009, 2010? Well, they're pretty much non-existent. They were just in double figures or something. They're under 1,000 anyway. Well, no, even that, were they? There's a tiny amount. And now we've got 3 million food bank parcels being handed out to people in the UK on a yearly basis, or last year's figures. 3 million. 1 million of them was handed out just to, or 950,000, I think it was, were handed out just to kids, to children. Something's absolutely wrong here. It's not as though they need to do research on it or anything like that. You just got to look at Trussell's figures. See how much they've had to hand out to people due to extreme poverty. Now, I've said this before, I'll say it again. This is a failure of government. Charity, especially this extreme charity, is a failure of government. We shouldn't need Trussell trusts. Shouldn't be necessary. I understand having animal charities, food, supplementary charities, but most of these, I don't even remember, not last year, or last Christmas, the Christmas before, my daughter was doing a fundraising thing for people who are homeless. And it was this was a charity, a registered charity. Now, it shouldn't be necessary. These people should already been catered for. But no, they're not. Because the government failed. Again. We shouldn't need charity. So we could find out quite easily what the state of the play is, and they tell us, because they put it on their website, the state of the play regarding food poverty in the UK, just from that one organisation. So, apparently there's an open letter to David Cameron, to raise substantial health concerns about the impacts of food poverty and poor nutrition. Yet food insecurity and food bank use have increased, closely linked to government and implemented austerity. What a madness that was. How the hell are you supposed to build a country's ability to function by not spending the money where it allows you to promote business? We should have been helping people. Plain and simple. The Tories are happy to tell us you've got to work yourself out of poverty. That's what they tell us. They're happy to tell us that, but they don't implement the same rules for themselves. So back in 2022 and 2023, the number of children living in food poverty almost doubled. In September 2022, 1/4 of households with children had experienced food insecurity. In the past month, rising to 42% of households where there were 3 or more children. This is just ridiculous. Now, 5-year-old boys in Britain are now shorter. We're not talking about that, no, but shorter of those of the same age in Europe. Used to be the other way around. It used to be the French, be tiny. But now, I think their gene pool was probably edited by the Romans, by the Italians. So 5-year-old boys in Britain are now shorter. Well, I've been that malnourished. I wouldn't put that just down to food poverty, though. I'd put that down to food choices as well. Because I know quite a few people who feed their kids absolutely rubbish. Everything comes out of boxes, put on oven sheets, and placed in the oven and feed the kids. It's full of salt or sugar or toxic food. You're not supposed to eat that shot salt. So 5-year-old boys in Britain are shorter than them at the same age in Europe, and the trend in heights have been steadily increasing from 1990, but this ended and reversed in after 2010. So much so that by 2020 they were shorter than they were in 1990. Really gone back, haven't we? And now crikey, we've got to trip over ourselves soon. In 2023, startling data from the National Child Mortality Database, a bit sad, show rising infant and child mortality rates across England with geographical disparities widening between regions and levels of deprivation, as well as increasing inequalities between ethnic groups. Despite all this, the government is reportedly considering freezing working age benefits, a move that the Resolution Foundation estimates would put an additional 400,000 children in absolute poverty. And that's what these cuts are going to do. So the enduring disgrace of child poverty in the UK is perhaps the worst of so much that is going wrong in the state, that things have fallen apart. And of course, the solutions do exist in a state as rich as the UK. It's debatable. According to Action for Children, compared to other countries, it is still, yeah. According to Action for Children, and temporary increases in universal credit during the COVID-19 pandemic, the £20 a week, lifted 400,000 children out of poverty. Just at £20. The withdrawal of this increase, combined with the cost of living crisis, meant that the number of children living in poverty returned to pre-pandemic levels of 4.2 million. 4.2 million children live in poverty in the UK. Flipping hell.
That
Okay,
is
maybe that's
a
inappropriate.
disgrace.
She's a part of the cause. Cause and the problem. That she is. Back into the chat. Oh, these people, they drive me insane. They're just foul, aren't they? You know, they just damage everything. They've broken the country. Brexit as well. Crikey. And Brexit don't just affect the UK, it affects other countries. It affects the EU, it affects other countries as well. At the end of the day, we are supposed to be a world economy these days. We work together. You know. Right. So charity donations can also be a tax loophole for the rich. And you think these people aren't philanthropists out of the goodness of their hearts. And I'll tell you something else. I used to work for the RSPCA in the UK. And the rules are, for any company or that's registered as a charity, so you're like a limited company, but of charitable status. Only 40% of whatever you bring in has to go to to a good cause. 40%. The rest of it would be gobbled up in costs. So if you get people who hand over legacies and all that sort of stuff, it can be gobbled up. Now, some charities are very, very efficient and very, very good, but there's some out there who are, well, unscrupulous. There's some charities out there who like building spas, yeah, in the name of their dead father, Sir Captain Tom. Although it looks like they got the order now to have it knocked down. They have plan permission. So, yeah. Kool-Aid, isn't it, Kool-Aid? Poverty is terrible here. You see people going through bins to get cans and bottles for 15 cents. You talk about it in the Netherlands, aren't you? I haven't heard anyone else say that, so. Oh, we've got Vendetta here. Hello, Vendetta. What have you got to say? Oh, hi. There are some very good people out there who have got money, who philanthropists. Okay, say it now. That is a tax loophole. But it's only reduces the amount of tax payable on, because basically you'd be reducing your turnover. It's used as a cost. So you can spend the money on something else if you want to. I think it's more of a PR thing as well. Kids are now shorter. It's soon buying up the service trousers, probably. I'm just wondering whether or not. I think I mentioned in the Sunday roast. What I said. Soon it going to the discount aisle. I can't imagine you can get the waist size to suit his leg length. Saying it, he's a very, very skinny man. Oh, I love the Margaret Screw. Hello there, Mellow. Kids are now shorter and he's sewing up buying up service trousers, most likely. If I wasn't black people, wouldn't hurt me. Not no, my father. Not that. No, my father's white, so I don't understand. As a Johnny foreigner who believes in saving in the bank, what's a food bank? Oh dear. If a deposit of 10 cans of beans in a food bank, can I withdraw 11 cans of beans in a year's time? There's also these like freebie places where you can go and basically help yourself to stuff. You have to, I suppose you've got to register and stuff. Yeah, clothes and stuff. But what's happening? Some people are going in there buying stuff then selling it on eBay. Not buying stuff, they're going in there taking stuff and selling it on eBay. Height is overrated. Well, I'm not very tall, I'm only 5'7", me, so I've got my short ass. So I don't care though. It doesn't bother me. It's actually a flipping benefit at times, I'll tell you. I don't bang my head so much. My son's always like 6'3" or 4". He's tall, blimmin' tall, my eldest son. And he's always banging his head on stuff. Fat children bother me. What? Fat children bother me. Why? Well, they scare you. It's like a phobia. It's like you've got a fat kid phobia. Or are you implying that fat kids bother you because you want them to be healthy kids? Oh dear. Charity donations can also be, yeah, that's loophole. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Loophole, but also, charities themselves can be a way of skimming. Scotland is keeping the £20 uplift. Brilliant. And even topping it up to 25 in a week. That's good news. I think everybody should move to Scotland. You'll be better off. Poverty is a terrible... Oh, I've done already. Bum, 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 bum. I cannot be ironic about kids starving. It's depressing and wrong. I know. I think bring up my kids. Bring up 6 kids, and the first 4 are all fairly close. Well, they range from like 2 to 7, 6 to 7. So Caroline's first for previous marriage, and then we've got 2 together as well. So they're all very young. And I can remember going, well, we used to basically have a budget, a calculator, when we go in the supermarket, because we didn't have much money. And we had to be really, really, really careful, because we've got a lot of big family, what have you, and what we bought, what have you. And sometimes you bought stuff that wasn't necessarily that, I think back now, wasn't that healthy. Started buying all the cheap stuff because that's what you can afford. To be fair, vegetables were a lot cheaper back then, I think, personally. Plus, you still had the grocers and stuff like that. And times are different. And I would argue that in many cases they were better. And I think all this kind of ready meal it started really when I was growing up. Really, I can remember my mum used to have a thing with Marks and Spencer's. She had a thing about Marks and Spencer's. I think it's like cheese and broccoli quiche. She used to love that. I have to admit that was really good. But other things used to pick. It's like it was a treat that we were getting stuff that's processed, even though it was rather nice. But it's like Smash and stuff like that. It was stuff that was like, it was like rocket, military grade food, space food. Bloody horrible. I don't know how it's supposed to be a treat. Awful stuff. Like a lot of the old, Fray Bentos, although I like Fray Bentos, I like syrup puddings. But not healthy, are they? Not really good for you. Some frozen stuff out there these days. And I understand that, because a lot of that stuff is cheap. For some reason. The same here in France, we have a fair share of processed food. I wouldn't say it's as bad as the UK, but, we do have a fair share of processed food. And often it is cheaper. Unfortunately. I try to avoid like a plague, though. I don't like stuff like that. I just read an article on MSN News that the British are planning to mix sewage sludge with dirty waste into manure. Yeah. Stupid and dangerous. I would agree. Now, you get muck spreading, which is fine, but even then that's we've got for farms, from the cattle sheds. But in the EU, that's restricted. They only have to do a certain amount of that, or do it spread over a certain period of time, or to get heavily fined. But in the UK now, they're just literally just chucking the whole lot out now because they can. Well, it's extremely acidic, so it causes a lot of damage to the soil. It's not well rotted stuff. This is just stuff that the cows have just pooped out in the sheds that winter. So no, it's not great. No idea. But mixed sewage sludge. The sewage sludge has always been sold on actually as a byproduct for fertilisers. There used to be a fertiliser called Allgrow. Stunk it did. It was like a dried pellet fertiliser, and that was basically made from sewage sludge. So there is a lot of nutrients and stuff like that for plant growth, but you don't know what pathogens are in it, do you? As well. It sounds a bit risky to me. I don't want to eat poo. No, not for me. Thank you. No poo for me. No. Thank you very much. Oh. So, I don't know. Yeah, that sounds very stupid, Orc Beach. That sounds very, very dangerous. My brother says we are German shepherds disguised as poodles. What a good look that must be too. You can't beat cheese and broccoli. I know cheese and broccoli is so good. I made myself an omelette the other day. I eat eggs, fine. I eat meat, fine. I eat cheese, fine. I can't eat anything that's high carbs. basically. And eat lots of veg. Can't eat potatoes. Basically, you can't eat potatoes that are grown in the ground. They've got too many sugars in them, too many carbs. But, cheese and broccoli quiche. But I made a nice omelette the other day, and that was cheese and spinach. Cheese and spinach. Oh, that was so good. Yeah. Oh, yeah, great. Yeah, nitrate in the watercourses. Yeah, great, we got that as well, haven't we? And also the amount of rain we had as well, but a lot of water runoff. Water's turned green and other colours. Oh, night, Kevin, lad. Take care, my friend. Be good. I'll probably be clocking off at some point soon as well. 2 hours, 12 minutes. I did say about this. Hang on. I did say. If I don't want that, that's not too bad. Where is it? Is this the one? Not the bar 9 times. Where has it gone? What have I done with it? Oh, here we go. Take it as the right. What's right? What paste? Yeah, it's the one. Okay, we are going to play this, and it happens to be in the Twitter bar. There it is. Right. It's 5 minutes 57 seconds long.
I'm standing in one of Southampton's most upmarket residential areas by the city's marina. And it's in this development that the Chancellor Jeremy Hunt owns 7 luxury apartments, which he bought some 5 years ago as buy-to-let investments. Over the past year, the Chancellor has been calling on the public to make sacrifices and urging pay restraint so he can control inflation. But how much has the Chancellor...
Can you remember when Andrew Bailey, Bank of England governor, was telling everybody to not spend, not to get pay rises? That's pay rises. That's right, pay rises. Yeah, he wasn't accepting any pay rises when he earns 700 odd thousand as his pay packet plus bonuses.
Been earning in rent from his flats, and how much has he put that rent up? What kind of pay rise has the Chancellor awarded himself? All that has been kept a closely guarded secret until now.
When nurses and other public sector workers were protesting over their shrinking wage packets, Chancellor Jeremy Hunt said he needed to keep a lid on pay rises that might stoke inflation.
Tackling high inflation is the Prime Minister and my #1 priority. We are absolutely committed to supporting the Bank of England, to doing what it takes.
While many have struggled during the cost of living crisis, Hunt himself has not had too much to worry about. As well as earning £159,000 a year for his day job, the multi-millionaire Chancellor has some nice little investments on the side. Well, they're not actually that little.
I'm Anthony Barnett, an investigative journalist who's been working with Led by Donkeys and the Daily Mirror to examine Jeremy Hunt's property portfolio. This is the Ocean Village Marina, with its luxury yachts, high-end bars and restaurants, and 7 apartments owned by the Chancellor and his wife. Something that Jeremy Hunt initially forgot to tell the House of Commons authorities about, claiming it was an honest administrative mistake.
Hunt now declares his buy-to-let flat in the Parliamentary Register via a company he jointly owns with his wife. Strict rules forbid ministers from having second jobs, but they're still allowed to have shareholdings in companies, and Hunt owns the luxury apartments through Mare Pond Properties Limited. Documents from the Land Registry confirm that in February 2018, the Chancellor and his wife spent £3.57 million on the flats, ranging from £437,000 to £685,000 for the most expensive.
We wanted to know how much the Chancellor was charging his tenants and whether he'd been putting up rents. Tenants were nervous about speaking, but we've been able to establish that the rents paid on the 7 flats owned by the Chancellor range from £1,600 to around £2,000 a month, which means that Hunt's company is earning around £150,000 a year from his buy-to-let investments here in Southampton.
Given Hunt's warnings on rising prices, had he increased the rents on his own properties? Some residents had heard rents in some apartments in these blocks had been going up sharply.
There's no public record of the rents paid to Hunt, and he doesn't have to disclose them. But we've been doing some digging and discovered that last summer one of Hunt's flats was being rented out for just under £1,700 a month. The tenant left, and in August 2022, Hunt put the flat back on the market for £1,850 a month. That's a 9% hike. But with the country facing a housing crisis and a shortage of rental properties, multiple people were interested in the apartment, and Hunt held a bidding war. We've been told that several offers were rejected, and the winning bidder signed for just over £2,000 a month. That's an 18% increase, almost twice the rate of inflation at the time.
Remember, this was shortly before Hunt as Chancellor was warning trade unions not to jeopardise the UK's economic recovery by making inflation-stoking pay demands.
I think we have to recognise a difficult truth, that if we gave everyone inflation-proof pay rises, inflation would stay. We wouldn't bring down inflation.
So while Hunt wanted sacrifices from the public, it seems he had been less keen on making any sacrifices himself. A spokesman for Jeremy Hunt said all profits from Mayor Pond are donated to charity. But how much of Mayor Pond's income has actually gone to good causes? Hunt is one of the richest MPs after he sold Hot Courses, the education firm he co-founded, for £14.5 million in 2017. We looked through his company accounts, and they don't provide any clues about donations, but they do reveal Hunt and his wife took out huge loans totaling more than £3.5 million to buy the 7 flats. After interest payments, service charges and other costs, it's unclear how much, if any, might be left over that ends up going to charity. So we asked the Chancellor how much of Mayor Pond's income has gone to charity, when and to which charity. Jeremy Hunt refused to answer.
In a few days' time, the Chancellor will stand up in the House of Commons and deliver his mini budget. Many will be hoping he's as generous to them as he has been to himself.
What oh, can't say it on here. I could do, but I'll get struck off again, won't I? Blimey, that's a really good video. What? I have to admit, Led by Donkeys, they're very good at it regarding their investigative reporting. That was quite impressive. What? Oh, crikey. They're just like flipping Sunaks. Is that what Sunak's doing, isn't it? You know? They're in their own nests, they're in a position of power, and they're taking advantage of it. Oh, Wally, Wally, what's a treat? Alright, treat time. So let me just get your dog a treat and have a little chat. Who's first? Alright, you go catch Dora. Oh, she missed. Sebastian, you go catch it. No, he missed. And Mordy's down there. That's a good boy. There you go. Oh, back into the chat we go. Needy little animals up they are. So, what have I missed? Yes, my lovely little Sebastian. He is a beautiful boy, isn't he? It's funny, he does with his head. Curious. Woof. Vendetta. Oh, cheers, Bad Bunk. Funds for the man in the hat and his household. Oh, cheers, buddy. Sorry, I'm late. No, it's fine. Crikey, man. You got work, man. You. But Scotland. Oh, football. or rugby, whatever it was. I don't know what it was. I don't follow any of it, to be honest. Come on, cunt. Just forget to forgot. Yeah, literally. Is it inadvertently? Is it what it is? Inadvertently? They do love that word, don't they? You know. Flippin' Sunak got his little investigation. What a flippin' whitewash that was. They're all at it. They're all defrauding the public or manipulating the public, I suppose. Abusing their position of power. There. This is why I kind of feel a bit helpless. I think what's the point sometimes? You know, because nothing happens, nothing changes. If Labour gets in, will it be any better? I don't think they can do a lot, to be honest. I think they'll improve things, but I don't think they can, you know, they're not going to be able to do what they say they want to do. Maybe their heart's in the right place, but I think it's just to get the vote. But then again, they're going to get it by default. And I think that's also a problem. And let's just cheer myself up a bit, just a second. There we go. Look at him. He's like little Harry Potter. Need a little wand and a scar. Crikey. These people. Okay, where is it? No, not that one. Okay. I'm back. Am I back? I think I'm back. It is back. Is that dog's back in again? Oh dear, that was my fault. When I got up, all right. Let me just sort this camera. When I got up and the chair spun around,
Are we? But larger in mind.
Oh, cheers, Mello. I accidentally hit the power button on the computer, the reset button. I need to do something about the button stick out on the computer, which is a bit stupid, really, but there you go. Okay, that's that. That's all a bit bright. Let's just video. 2 seconds. Let's get back onto that one. Exposure. That's it. There. Okay. Oh, dear me. Ah, there you go. I do apologise for that. I don't know. Now my chat is all going to be wrong there, as well, isn't it? Or is it there still? No, it's not there. Let's just get the chat back in. I'm going to clock off in a minute anyway, but, it has to be right at the end, doesn't it? One minute. Same streaming, 1 minute. Oh, it's actually the same stream, so that's good. Oh, blimey. There we go. Get the chat back up. I think that's right. Okay, let's try it now. Yeah, we're back in. Oh, I do apologise for that. Yes, I had paid my bill. Okay, I did see that. So take care. And number 3. Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, my own fault though. I accidentally pressed the reset button on the computer when I turned around. It sticks out of the computer. What stupid design is that? When the button sticks out. So the chair just knocked it. And I just. Oh. So there we go. Back on there. He's alive, I'm alive, yeah. See, if I didn't have to get up for the dogs, it would be a problem, wouldn't it? Says Mellow, most kind. Yeah, I've done an overmark sale, I think. It's saying. So I'm lucky I managed to pick the stream up again. I did that last time, yeah. Well, oh shit, I'm fake then. What happened? Roof Recovery, hello there. Return to the never-ending circle. Yes, it ended. And I'm back. 11,000 roaming charge for... and what was that? Wasn't that an MP? Yeah. Actually, was that S&P MP? I can't remember. Oh, crikey. Buffering. Be right back. Gonna get a sandwich, says Joel. Hello, Andrew Evans. Marcus hasn't paid the bill. I know, that's the usual joke. I know. That is. So, Scotland feels helpless. Now we have an an out, but Westminster has convinced about 50% that they are better off in the UK. Despite the evidence, the media is complicit. You ain't kidding. Craig Davis, thanks for that. Given the amount borrowed, the income isn't that great, but how many people can get a multi-million pound loans? Exactly. You got to have, well, collateral, haven't you? You got to have assets yourself. You got something to borrow against. Hairy snot. What? Thank God Scotland got that away win in Oslo. Otherwise, things would have been very different. They will come back in. Oh, what he's done there. That's all right. Put him in a little boat, please. Yeah, Wardy's doing well. He's doing very well on his hemp oil. He likes his hemp oil. Well, yeah, it's a choice, but you know, I don't know if he likes it, but he's used to it now, so he doesn't mind. So we do use a little syringe. We've made a little wooden thing to put the bottle in and put the syringe on the front and that. Yeah, so it's all neat. I'll say it for you. Okay, Andrew. You've done it. Yes, he is. I was banging my head at 6 and listened to it in the room. In the room? At 6? You can't do more austerity, surely. Another dog won't come out now. God's sake. There's a dog on the screen. There's one there. She's a sprawler, that one. She takes all the sofa. And I've got Wally's down by my feet, looking at me. And Sebastian's thinking, you can open the door for me now. If I do that, will my computer shut down again? What if I get a treat instead? Will that shut you up? So I'll get up again. That one there. And Dora, you can catch it this time. Look. I think my throw's a bit short there, to be fair. Austerity 2.0, yes. Coming this week. Yep, with Jeremy Hunt. But he'll be alright. Jack, he will. UK government still blaming COVID hangover when most other countries have got back to some stability. Yes. Everything's up in the air, isn't it? You know. An albino, what are you referring to, Sebastian? You albino? He's a Dalmador. He's Labrador Dalmatian cross. But he's got most of the white and he's got spotty ears. But his skin's spotty, but it hasn't come through his fur. But he's a lovely little boy. He's a dopey thing, he is. Led by donkeys. Yeah, led by donkeys. Jeremy Hunt needs mules to flee and the country greedy MF. Mother. Yes. He is. He's just foul. They're just awful people. They're all at it. So next time he's at, they're all flipping at it, aren't they? All doing what they can do to feather their own nests. Absolutely foul, awful people. David McGuinness, hello there. No. Oh, my God, old enough to remember the 78 World Cup. I'd been 8 years old, me. Yeah. The news makes a big thing about the S&P MSP running up a £11,000 bill. But nothing on the 37 billion crap on PPE with Dido hard on. It's just... It's like the inflation coming down to 4.6%, which is obviously a good thing, you know. But it's not for what the Tories have done. They ain't done nothing to bring that inflation down. If anything, they've kind of gone against it. And they're going, and also, you've got the efforts, obviously, the Bank of England with the increasing interest rates and stuff like that. Basically curbs growth. It stops growth. And then you have Jeremy Hunt going on about foreign investment. It's a great place to invest. I think you're saying. Well, that's right, isn't it? That's what you're saying. So fine again. How great it is. How wonderful it is. there. More tech unicorns than France and Germany combined. Yeah. Is it on? Have I got it in there yet? No, I haven't. I'll have to put that back in. I can do that quite quickly. There you go. There you go.
Our long-term prospects are fantastic. I wouldn't choose anywhere else if I was going to say which country has got the most enormous potential. Why? Technology, but I'll just give you one more example because I think there is too much negativity around. In the pandemic, vaccines and treatments discovered in Britain saved more lives around the world than from any other country, 7 million lives globally. So we've got a lot going for us when it comes to the industries of the future. And on Wednesday, you'll hear me talk about what more we can do. Our long-term prospects.
But is that saying nothing? He was saying earlier also, I think that was too, on Sky. Oh, also that. Trevor Phillips on Sky about foreign investment coming into the UK, which is absolute hogwash. Because direct foreign investment into the UK is down. But also, why wouldn't they? The argument for it would be, why wouldn't they invest in the United Kingdom when you've got asset holding companies in the UK, which were brought back in by, they got rid of actually by David Cameron, who's now Foreign Secretary. But, you know, but Boris Johnson brought them back in 2019, brought them back, asset holding companies back into play, you know. We're getting rid of them to bring them out again. The thing about asset holding companies, they're not necessarily the problem. The problem is just the fact that there's no taxation on them for foreign investors. UK investors, so for instance, you're an asset holding company, you buy assets in the UK, it makes money. You, in the UK, have got to pay tax on them as an income. Off the dividends. But foreign investors ring-fenced. Why is that okay? Why can Russian people, or whoever, come to the United Kingdom, buy property, sit on it for 5 years, sell it off, make shitloads of money and pay no tax? All they're doing is extracting wealth out of the country. And then when they sell it on, they probably sell it to another foreign investor. It's just because on. Now, I've got to give Labour's equivalent of Chancellor. What a name! Oh, God, my mind's gone blank. I'll tell you. I must be getting tired. Got to find it, though. No, I've lost it. How can I lost it? How did I lose that? Oh, there it is. Blech. Just scroll down. Fool. So,
and
listen to
what are you actually going to do to deliver this 300,000? And reform the planning system is a nice ambition, but what does it actually mean?
Yeah, so we want to reform the planning system, not just for housing. That example about taking 65% longer is for national significant infrastructure, like energy infrastructure, like rail, like roads. But both of these things are hugely important because they are holding back growth. So on housing, we will bring back the targets, like I have said.
How are you going to speed up planning? Yeah. How are you going to speed up the building of houses?
Yeah, so we'll bring back the targets. We will reduce the litigation opportunities because at the moment things are held back through the planning system by giving more guidance to local authorities.
That's not 100% accurate.
We'll bring more planners into the system.
That is part of the problem, obviously. But there's no way that in the UK we can build much more than we're doing already. We don't have the we don't have the skills, do we? We're down by 140,000 skilled tradesmen in the UK. We're down by 80,000 bricklayers, for instance. Okay, you could 3D print a house, I suppose, which you can't. They are. Although I'm not 100% confident in the build quality of these things. They're literally just like mortar. They're not nothing solid there. But you can't do it on a big scale yet. And besides, materials. Most of the materials in the UK are imported, which obviously pushes the prices up. Cost of plywood is still extremely expensive. MDF and what have you, when it did go up to 400%, it was still at 250% of what it was in cost. Everything's far more expensive than it used to be, so the cost of building houses is more expensive. And then we haven't got the blooming labour in the first place. So you can get all this planning permission done, ticked off and what have you, if that's what your plan is. But if you haven't got the flipping skilled workers to do that work in the first place, well then it's not going to happen, is it? We were importing skilled workers before Brexit. No, we can't. Or they say open up these visas, but these visas, but no one. See, people move to the UK because they want to make a life for themselves. They don't necessarily move to the UK or do a bit of work and back off again. It's not always the case. If it contributes to society, taxation and what have you, and broadening our culture and what have you, and it's a good thing.
System, and we will pay for that by having a higher rate of stamp duty on the purchase of properties by foreign owners, because we think that housing should be a home first,
but when I was watching that, I replied, this is on my Twitter, how about getting rid of asset holding companies for foreigners where they pay zero tax on sales of assets? That's what they need to get rid of.
An asset, and we would use that money so that we can more speedily get things through the planning system. And those changes will unlock investment. And don't take my word for it, Trevor. Listen to what the house builders said about Labour's plans that we announced at conference. They welcomed those.
Of course, they're going to be happy if you're saying you're going to make it easier to actually get planning permission through, and you're going to lighten the rules on planning. Of course they're going to be happy because they won't make flipping money. Fact of the matter is, though, they're the ones who have got the buying power to build any but the smaller builders, they can't get the flip materials half the time. Now, I've got friends in the game and what have you, and they go, one day they go to the builders merchants and they might be able to get what they need to go to cement, the next day they can't. It's hit and miss. And the larger construction firms are going in there and they're pretty buying everything. So it's already sold before they get a chance to even get the stuff imported. Not the cement in the UK is imported, for instance, Anything in there's aggregates, you see. That's okay, but bricks, blocks, a lot of them are made abroad and imported into the UK. Not everything, but a lot of it is. Timber, obviously. Most of that is imported from the EU. It's just nuts. Plywood, a lot of it comes further afield. Plywood comes from Canada, comes from China, it moves around all over the place. Sheet materials. Roof recovery says off topic, but on Saturday before Remembrance Sunday, I put 9 Palestinian flags in my garden, and they're still there. Well done, my street. Let's just check. There you go. Finland fixed the housing problem. They gave homeless homeless houses, and they built tungsten. Well, yes, we need to. We need to be building social housing. I know a lot of people disagree with me on this, but I don't think the right to buy is a problem. I don't. Argument's sake, people who are in those houses, if they don't move on, they're not opening. They're not putting that property back on the market anyway because they're staying there. And if, for instance, if they move on because they've managed to buy another house somewhere else because they've got some money or whatever, their luck has changed, and they're bought outside the social housing. Well, then obviously they're that opens up, provides a property, but that doesn't happen in most cases. It just doesn't. So while the house has been living in, you haven't actually provided them house. We've got to build the houses. That's what we've got to do. So I won't worry about the right to buy, unless apart from the using that money to build more houses. That's what we've got to do regarding social housing. Build more houses. I don't think right to buy is the issue. Maybe on new builds don't have right to buy, but on those who are existing tenants, I think just leave it be. I don't think that's the issue. Really don't. And a lot of these houses are flipping expensive to maintain. You took the old 1930s, 40s, brilliant houses, if you owned it. But for a rental, they're expensive upkeep, constant work. And also, they don't really suit, without a huge amount of investment inside, they don't actually suit modern lifestyles. The humidity, they don't. I know a lot of these old buildings are solid brick walls. They've got no cavities. You have English bond, for instance, it was utilised a lot in the 30s and 40s. Basically, there is no cavity. There's no wall ties. So you've got a double brick wall held together basically with bricks like headers on every third row. Or it could be Flemish bond, where every other brick is a header. And the point is, it provides a very strong wall. A lot of garden walls are built that way. 9-inch garden walls. But the only cavity you would get is about that thick. There isn't really a cavity in the wall. So, these houses get damp. And they're not built for that. So we build using modern building techniques and build fast. I think we're doing it all wrong, personally. This kind of nostalgia around brick-built houses, we should be thinking of other ways. Faster ways of building properties at less cost. Because at the end of the day, what people want is a home. And with social housing, if you're not going to be selling it on anyway, why are we worrying about whether or not it's a brick house? It doesn't need to be a brick house. It's not every country has brick houses, is it? Many countries don't. Brick and block and all that stuff. Materials that obviously it doesn't really fit in with the environment either. 1 ton of CO2 gas for every ton of concrete. It's just madness. This day and age. The right to buy is only good if you can't afford to upscale. Yeah, I get that. In many cases, they get up to 40% on the right to buy. So the thing about the right to buy also, you can sell your property straight away if you want, but you have to pay back your rebate of 40% in the first year. The second year is reducing down to within 5 years. After 5 years, you don't have to pay anything back. But after 5 years, it scales down to repay the reduction that you get the 40% off the 40%. Scotland talking about second homes, council tax to help the locals. It may work, but it's all gonna. It's little baby steps, aren't they? Though I think the thing we've got to be looking at is building houses. And I know a lot of people say, well, but all these empty buildings, they're going to cost. That'd be more expensive to convert these old properties or industrial buildings, all these empty properties all over the place, than it is to build another one. If you've got a clean slate, to build a house is cheap in comparison. When you got to work with what you got, it's expensive. And if you've got a property, let's say for instance, on a plot of land, and the plot of land has a value, but the property is that's still there, it could become it's cost prohibitive. And demolition is expensive. It's not cheap. But this, I can't see Labour being able to build what they say they're going to build. I hope they can. Obviously, people need homes. Where are we? Yeah, that's a good point. The right to buy is only good if you can't afford to upscale. A lot of people stay in their homes, and if they do move on, well, then the property is available to somebody else. It's still a house, even though the next person will have to pay more for it, but it's still a home. We need more properties to bring down get the Tories out of the picture. Massive investment in property in construction, which would naturally push down the price of properties because you'd oversupply. Like in China, for instance, they've got a bit of a supply problem over there. Oversupply. If you increase the supply of properties in the UK, well, then the house prices are going to come down, aren't they? Be more affordable for everyone. There'll be less need for social housing because people can afford it. You don't have much social housing. Well, there's a fair bit actually, but there's a lot of help for those in the private sector. Renting and what have you. And rents here are cheap. Property here is cheap in comparison to the UK, unless you're in Paris or a place like that. Obviously, extremely expensive. But generally speaking, like this house here isn't worth a lot. I hate to think I'd have to pay for this place in the UK. It'd be a huge amount of money, But rural France, it's not worth a lot, So it is, I suppose. Where are we? Mad Monk 33 says, Kate, let's get wee Mrs. McLumper to do my brain surgery and her son to redo my roofing. What? I'm confused. Senate has done the same hair marks, biggest fan, but the Tory media hate the fact. Yeah. I know what it's referring to. Scottish councils now have the ability to charge second homes 100% council tax. Oh, I got you. And it was previously 50%. They're doing that here in France, but also what they're doing, if you've got a home here in France, they're giving you visas, so you can stay long-term visas to stay in France if you've got a property in France. Which obviously for a lot of people that's great, but also it does give a bit of ammunition for the GB News types, doesn't it, and the Daily Mail types and the Telegraph types. So yeah, 1 million job vacancies and more than half are skilled workers needed, i.e. doctors, nurses, and healthcare workers. Never mind builders. What a shower of shite these Tories are, says Manbug 33. We aren't training. We're not training people. We haven't been training the nurses. We haven't been training well, the construction skills are pretty much. The training's been put onto pressure's been put onto. No, actually, the pressure actually. It's just been put on the construction industry to provide the training. The thing is, you need schools. You need construction schools. It's madness. Once the Brits are forced to work for engine level wages, the investors will come. Won't be long, says Jürgen Weiner. Jürgen. I do apologise. The Icelandic government seem to be sorting out the housing for the affected people. You talking about the earthquakes? Their housing has been destroyed. Deborah Hart, hello Deborah. Just caught up and I had to take Cocker out. Is it your dog? Cocker Spaniel, maybe. Hunt owns 7 luxury flats in Southampton. He charged $1,700 to $2,000 a month. Ocean Village he bought for 2018. Mayor Properties. Yeah, that's on the Led by Donkeys video. Very good video it is too. Bypass environmental protections. Moscograd. There's a new name for London, yeah, pretty much. Asset holding companies, they all head to London. Buy up everything. Conservative friends of Russia, says Vendor. Sanction them, but give them 2 months' notice to get their shit in order first. Yeah. Oh dear. I was 4 and 78, crikey. And Kenny Darg was my... Oh, crikey. Really? Was your hero? When did the Bank of England think all this extra free spending money was going to come from? Yeah. When direct foreign investment is down. Anyway, I am so tired, and my dog is patiently waiting. He wants a wee now, and I'm already going to turn. I'll end up turning the. Smash. I'll give him a treat. I might shut up again. I'm just going to press that button again. Ah, that's my fingers. Store. That's Wally. Get it, Wally, behind you, boy. We'll do it. Oh, you got it. Wally, hey, boy. Poor soul is. Quite nearly did it again. Oh. Anyway, it's time for me to go. So I can say, ta-ra, you know. Blimey. Can't get my worms out now. That's a sign, isn't it? That's a sign I've been doing it for long enough. And how long, I don't know. Average food duration. Well, we'll find out in a minute, won't we? It's definitely over 2 hours. Anyway, what can I leave you with? Oh, we're starting tree planting again this week. which is quite excited about. Got to put your trees in. Oh, okay, let's give you a medley. Let's have a medley. Dutch customs.
On all the bread or not?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, then we take them all. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay, can I take off the meat and leave me the bread?
No, everything will be confiscated. Welcome to the Brexit, sir. I'm sorry.
Oh my.
In December, I'll be in Beijing, opening up new pork markets.
And one memory.
It's not my freedom of expression to protest violently.
Cruella.
No, you can't just start a riot or glue yourself to the roads and get away with it. Yes, friends, as Attorney General, I had to go to court to get some of these simple truths established. The judges agreed with me last week in the Court of Appeal in the Colston statue case. And that's why our public order bill will empower our police to stop this nuisance. So whether you're Just Stop Oil or Insulate Britain or Extinction Rebellion, you cross a line when you break the law. And that's why we'll keep putting you behind bars.
But the structural reforms that we're about to deliver include the Brexit Freedoms Bill. The Brexit Freedoms Bill is a fantastic piece of legislation, defining constitutional piece of legislation that will remove the dead hand of EU laws from our statute book finally. There are over 2,400 EU laws that will be amended or repealed.
I pledge that I will serve you with integrity and humility, and I will work day in, day out to deliver for the British people.
I will unite our country, not with words, but with action. I will work day in and day out to deliver for you.
Whoop-de-doo!
Hello, Joe Biden here. Mr. President, it's Rishi Sunak. How are you?
Toodaloo.